insane. There we go. Instantly, now we're live on YouTube. Perfect. Because going on live on YouTube is going to be very important because of the way the last stream went. Anyway, you said you're always live, and I was going to respond with, that's my secret captain. Also, 65 streak. Huge, massive even. Actually, two making one half of Anakin's face, the other half of Vader. Oh, sick. Sick. Man, me and Twee got into it earlier. For those that were there for that. I think Boop joined it like right at the end of it, but man. me and Twee were like we were heavy debating Star Wars stuff. I joined that tends to happen. Like, you'll join a VC and someone will be like deep into a conversation. You'll join the VC, someone will be like deep into a conversation on something. We don't even say hi to whoever joined. We'll just be like popping off of whatever we said. It's crazy. Gideon, hey! Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you returning person from the last stream. And Blazongo as well. The goat is live. I don't see any goats. At least I got a hi. Yeah, I'll let y'all know when I start reading Witch Chat so y'all can avoid the spoilers. But we usually hang out for like an hour, like half an hour before. Please don't leave me. Yeah, I was gonna go live at 6, but I was bored. We're gonna start off on the Watchful Eye arc. I'm not gonna talk about what happens in that arc, because I probably won't get into spoilers until the actual, until we actually start reading. Matter of fact, I need to open the chapter. Been a hot minute since I visited VR chat. Same. I don't really plan to visit it anytime soon, to be honest. Let's see, where'd I leave off at? Not here. Not here. Here, okay. Chapter 8. Go ahead and open this up. I was gonna start making clips from my last Twitch Hat stream, but I got caught up in VC. I was gonna edit while I was in VC, but then more people joined, and it was like, yeah, I'm not getting any editing done. There's no way. I can't focus like that. Oh god, VR chat. Yeah, that's a reaction from a lot of people. Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I didn't really do much of the public stuff. Well, the last time I played VR chat, I didn't do much of the public stuff. But there was a VR chat phase I had before that, before I even had a VR headset, where I did a bunch of public stuff and like ran around in like a Kermit voice trying to annoy people. Yeah, despite being an introvert, I've always tried like masking to try to get out of my comfort zone to do stuff. Now I don't mask. Now I just wear my heart on my sleeve. My king yes, we love Ollie. I love Ollie, Charlie. I love Ollie. Yeah, I don't know why I did this. I don't know. I guess because I just didn't want to let go of WeChat. On my way to the doctor's office on Tuesday morning, I just like put the VOD on from the last stream. It was fun listening back. So freaking biased. But honestly, not bad to listen back to the VODs. That way, the things I said there can be more cemented in my brain. My, yeah. Sorry, they were just telling me dinner's ready. They don't normally have dinner early this ready. They usually don't have it ready for like another hour. Numbers. Apparently it's spaghetti and meatballs. Anxiety is most unnecessary. Real. Get those dins. Oh, not right now. I'll eat later when I get hungry. Maybe like halfway through the stream. I want to do some reading first. I'm eager to see whether anyone from the last stream comes back from YouTube chat. We had a lot of engagement last time. We've got one person come back, which is nice. Yeah, so I got another patron, but I didn't know about it. It was like 5 days after they became a member, I realized it. But I like didn't get an email or anything about it. I only saw it because they left a comment on one of my videos on Patreon. There's been somebody on Patreon like binging my Witch Hat reactions, but I didn't know about it for days. Yeah, I've gotten like three whole new patron members from the Witch Hat reactions. Like, Witch Hat Atelier has been huge for my growth. Wait, I just remembered, by the way. I can cut this off. Yeah, we don't need that part of the screen. Yeah, Witch Hat Atelier has been huge for my growth, which is great because it's something I like making content on. Unlike a certain Sonic racing game. And unlike that Sonic racing game, Witch Hat Atelier actually, at least from my experience, actually has a nice healthy community. Also, I found a group on Tumblr that is for anime onlys, so I'm gonna start like trying to look in there. I feel like that's gonna be a safe space for me right now. Until I get into the manga. Congrats on the bit. Oh, thank you, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking the way I'm gonna make the shorts for the Witch Hat streams, because I think that's gonna be really good for growth too. I don't know why I'm saying this. This is like such a boring thing to say, but I'm gonna have like my VTuber model on the bottom part, and then the top part I'll just put the chapters. The fan art is spoilerific. Yeah, I've seen some stuff that's like, is that a spoiler? I haven't like looked too deep at stuff, but like yeah, Twitter and Tumblr I've seen some stuff where I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be looking at that. Alright, it looks like we're gonna be doing... We are doing a collab stream on Saturday. Nice. I'm gonna see if we can do Magma, honestly. Because it's something everybody can join in on. We can all draw. I don't know if I'm gonna do it with viewers, I'll be so for real. But I think at least for the streamers that we're gonna be with. Speaking of viewers, though, we will be having Fandom Friday this week. I think I'll make it Sonic themed, but maybe the week after that we'll do a non-themed one, so that way anybody can come in and talk about anything. Any art that is Ollie and Keyfree centric is heckin' spoilers. Yeah, like I said, I've seen some stuff that's like, doesn't seem like it's a spoiler, but yeah, I could definitely see that being the case. I need to be careful. I need to be Keyfree. Dude, the way I brought up Keyfree in a stream in my friend's chat last night, And they don't know witch hat, so they pronounced it as queefree. I was like, please stop saying queefree. It's diabolical. Please stop saying that. I beg you, please stop saying it like that. Are there any, like, I don't think there's any, like, big memes. Sammy Flowers, hey, welcome back. I recognize your name. Let's go, we got 2 people back from the last stream. Sorry I didn't, announce this stream more in advance. I guess I did announce it in my last stream. I was saying I was gonna go live on Wednesday. I just feel like I didn't schedule it on YouTube, though. I don't know if that matters to anybody. I forgot to do that until, like, right before I started. Oops. What was I saying? Something about queefree. Yeah, don't say it like that. That's gross. I saw this one image somebody put out. It was like compilation of queefree making a face. Why did I say like keyfree? Fuck. God damn it, Camstar. You infected my the way I speak. It was like a compilation of like they said like keyfree making faces that looks like he's having period cramps. Also, maybe I should have put Ollie on the thumbnail for the YouTube stream. I could always change it in post. Speaking of that YouTube stream, not only... Thanks once again to everybody that showed up in that last stream. Not only was the stream itself, like, really good on the YouTube side, the VOD has over 200 views. Insane. Insane. I don't think I've gotten a single... Actually, let me look back. I don't think I've gotten a single YouTube VOD that's ever gotten that many views before. Like, people... Not only were people watching the stream, but people have been watching, like, the VOD. Like, people have been watching it after the fact. Oh. Okay, I've got a couple of streams that got more views. Which is weird, because I don't remember anyone actually being in the YouTube chat for those streams. But people did watch these after. Still, the first one that's gotten that many in a while. You'd love to see it. I feel insane for knowing this, but did you mean the Keyfree Period Cramps mood board? Yeah, that's what it was. Keyfree Period Cramps mood board. Ugh. That is a perfect meme. Because I was wondering, like, are there any... I don't think Witch Hat Atelier memes have, like, escaped the fandom yet. I don't think there's any, like, huge, like, memes that are in reference to the series that are, like, borderline mainstream. I don't think we've gotten to that point yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen anything. We free. God damn it. I need to be careful not to say it, not to keep saying it like that. Let's see, I'll give it another like 10 minutes and then we'll get to reading. Coco. Yeah, the person I raided last night, I was talking to them a bit after I raided. They were a huge Witch Hat fan. Levenstorm. Here, actually, let me go ahead and give a shout out. On the Twitch side. And they were like, yeah, I stim that all the time with my partner. Coco. I was like, yes, I'm not the only one. My favorite is the whole, why does Keyfree pose like that? And then just a bunch of manga panels of Keyfree hitting the dirt. Dude, Keyfree... He deserves better. Keyfree gets so abused in this story. Yeah, yeah, I invited... I'm sure you noticed, Boop, but I invited Levin to the server last night. Well, why does he pose like that? Hey, I mean, you know, face first in the dirt, ass up. Hey, I mean, it works for me. Works for me. I'm sure Ollie likes it too. Chat, I think Keyfree is gonna overtake Ragatha with the amounts of thirst that I throw at him. It's like that meme. You all know the meme where the guy's looking at the girl with when he's with his girlfriend. You know the one. What is wrong with Keyfree? Do you have 4 hours and a whiteboard? Didn't I made a short. What did I title? I titled one of my shorts something like that. Let's see. It was called like what happened to make Keyfree like this? And it was the scene where well, I'll give it another 10 minutes before I do spoilers, but it was the bottle scene. Well, even that wouldn't narrow it down. The bottle scene where Eyeball shows up. Yeah. It was that scene. God, the English voice actor went so hard in that scene as well. Coco. So yeah, the plan is to pretty much, with these streams, catch up to where... Oh, Imp, what's up? Average Levenstorm W, I don't know what he did, but it's probably based. Well, yeah. Levin's just based for existing. However, what I was referring to was the fact that I rated Levin last night, and they're a huge Witch ATELIER fan. So it was like the perfect... They were like the perfect person to raid last night. After last night's stream. Or no, not last night, 2 nights ago. Joshua Waters is a gift of a VA that is so good. Coco. I've thought about making that a sound alert on my stream. Coco. That would be a channel point one. Coco. Coco. God, my friend circle... my friend circle is so impressionable. I could say anything. Hey, Pomni. Hey, Coco. Do it? Yeah, I've got to do it before next stream. Coco. I don't know, man. Maybe I should make this next Fandom Friday Witch Hat themed. Because, like, I just started getting a bunch of new viewers in regards to Witch Hat, and I'm personally excited about Witch Hat myself. I think it would feel kind of weird for the next stream to be Sonic themed. Maybe I should make it Witch Hat themed, but like with only anime spoilers. Cause then I could be like, alright, we're gonna talk about Witch Hat ATELIER today. If anyone wants to hop and call and discuss it with me. You know. I feel like Floppies would be a really good guest on for that. And Levin, actually. And of course any of the new viewers, because I'm trying to reach out to the community as well. Okay. I might do that. I might make an announcement after this stream. Be like, hey, Fandom Friday this week, Witch Hat ATELIER themed. And if my health maintains a decent baseline, like it has been lately, I'm probably gonna go ahead and put out a stream schedule this Monday. So that way y'all know what to look forward to in the week. This week was kind of weird for me because I had to double dip on doctor appointments, so it was like 2 mornings in a row where I had to get out, so that threw me off a little bit. But I think I should be feeling better. Again, if this weird, like, unprecedented amount of energy I've had lately, as long as I don't have to do anything extra too much, I should be okay. Coco. I want to say the full quote, but I don't want to spoil any of the non-viewers until we get to reading. But the thing that Keyfree says before, Coco, Just the juxtaposition is crazy. Knock on wood, the spoon requirements continue to be low for you. Oh, you talking about, spoon theory? Actually, wait. Have you heard me talk about spoon theory before? Or are you just bringing that up? Because I learned about spoon theory myself relatively recently. I can't remember if I mentioned that in any of my recent streams or videos. But yes. Spoon require, yeah. I'm still having a hard time trying to figure out, like, on average, what my, like, daily spoons are. But it's hard to say, because I feel different every day, even when I'm feeling quote-unquote good. I'm just familiar with the concept, gotcha. You know what I love about Witch Hat? So, in my last, like, video that I posted, on this channel, it was an interview with Robopo, and we talked about Witch Hat, Digital Circus, media literacy, and whatnot. And we talked about, like, disability representation, queer representation, like, just stuff that's, like, you know, non-minority people don't, tend to, acknowledge much. What I'm starting to noticing from the Witch Hat fandom, at least from the people I've interacted with, is you guys have been, pretty aware of the issues that plague, disabled people. Which is really nice. Like, the fact that there's a fandom like that is really cool. Like, maybe some of you guys, like, previously didn't think about disabled people much, but maybe Witch Hat Atelier makes you think about them more. So, like, you just now bringing up, spoon theory. By the way, for anyone that doesn't know what spoon theory is, kind of speaks for itself. It's basically, like, a person with, like, chronic illness, or in my case, chronic fatigue, will have, like, a limited amount of spoons per day, so to speak. So, like, say you start the day with 10 spoons, and you'll have a task that costs 2 spoons. Like, it costs me, like, 2 showers to spoon. It costs me, like, 3 showers to go to the grocery store. And, you know, the less spoons you have, the more exhausted you are. So, I mean, that's basically spoon theory. Witch Hat Atelier is so important to me as a queer disabled person. Yo, y'all are my people. I actually hadn't heard of this. Yeah, it's a really good, very easy to understand metric for being able to communicate to other people what your daily life is like. I'm still trying to figure out how to properly, how to like a general average for how many spoons I have in a day. I'm having a hard time with it. But it's nice to know at least. A lot of us are also just medically messed up and queer, so Witch Hat Atelier is such a big shout out. Yeah. Yeah, episode 10, Tarda. That's my goat. Alright, I think I'm ready to get reading. However, I already need to pee for some reason, even though I just went. So, I will be right back, and then we will get into it. Also, if somebody turns me into like a clown or something while I'm AFK, that's Twitch chat. Yeah, go piss, girl. Oh, you turned me into Prince model. Okay, that fits. Already good. I see. Bitchin'. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna start reading now. So now you have to leave. I see. I've played these games before. I completely forgot to look up which bits of which hat Atelier Kitchen is anime only safe. Oh, that's okay. I just switched over to Twitch. Why are you a clown? So there's this thing on Twitch called channel points. Take care, Boop. The more you watch on Twitch, the more channel points you accrue, and you can spend those channel points to change my model. So, yeah, that's what Somboop just did. Turned me into a clown. Oh fuck, I should have topped off my water. We'll be able to stay one day after I actually watch the anime, so... I think I was trying to say this earlier, but... I got sidetracked. Abusing their Twitch points for chaos. Hey, I mean... I gave them the option, to be fair. So the plan is to read up to the point where, the anime is adapted, and then I probably won't do any more Witch Hat streams for a while. That's gonna depend on how long Season 2 takes to come out. If Season 2 takes too long to come out, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue reading the manga, but if Season 2 is coming out in like less than a year, I'll just wait to react to that, so I can have my Witch Hat Mondays back. I missed that. But yeah, it's gonna depend on how long that takes. Alright. Let's get into reading. I had some tea this time, so my throat is, Actually, I think I had some last time, too. I know CEO. We were in such a rush to get back home after that incident at Caln that I never did get a pin of my own. See, the whole thing... Take care, Boop. The whole thing with Coco not getting a pin used to piss me off until it ended up turning into Tarda promising Coco that he's gonna make a pin for her. I'm like, it was worth it. Her constantly going to Caln and never getting a pin was worth it for that. Because now, I need to see the moment when Tarda gives Coco her pin. Which I was hoping would happen at the end of Season 1, but we all know how Season 1 ended, so... Remember since someone else asked about it, Volumes 1 to 2 of Witch Hat Kitchen should be safe? Gotcha. If I can't read the whole thing, that's okay, but it would be nice to read some of it soonish. With a pigment stone, I can draw nice, straight lines. But only straight lines. It doesn't work well on a small piece of paper, and it's not good when I'm in a hurry. There wasn't a single spell I could draw to help back there. Master said ideas are also important in magic too, but... No! Stop thinking about it! Or stop it! Thinking about it will only make me feel worse. I just have to get used to drawing. And I gotta keep practicing over and over. I can do this. So sleepy. Why? Right when I worked myself up to it, I suddenly got tired. Is this some kind of sleep spell? None would cast such forbidden spells in this atelier. You make quite the show of nodding off. You'll catch yourself a cold if you nap here, you know. I got pretty deep into this scene, in my reaction, where I talked about how, like, Coco trying to hard focus on the project, is what's making her tired. But as we see later on, she gets more energy when Keyfree shows her, like, how to integrate and learn magic by doing daily tasks. It's really interesting, like, the concept of, like, avoiding burnout by trying to have a more fun involved approach in learning. Just as well, Tarta's on it. I doubt they'd find a ready-made wand. Just as well, Tarta's on it. I doubt they'd find a ready-made wand for her that isn't anywhere like a pigment stone. Exactly. Exactly. I didn't want to fall asleep. It's just that whenever I decide it's time to really buckle down and study, I suddenly feel so tired. I'm just no good, am I? How could I ever expect to pass the librarian's trial and find the picture book like this? Ah, there I go with the negative thinking again. That's not how I really feel. I can do this. I'm passionate about magic. Just so sweet, I love how much care is put into the teaching aspect. Yeah. I really appreciate Keyfree's style of teaching. Keyfree changing his teaching style to best teach Coco, best teach all his apprentices. I saw this one post where somebody said, like, Keyfree's biggest downfall is that he's, he might come across as very, he is wise, but he's also, there's something about his past that is holding him down from being as emotionally mature as he should be, despite his experiences and wisdom. Like, Keyfree has extreme shortcomings because of his hyperfixation on the brimmed caps. He is still very childish in that aspect, like this sense of, like, revenge, or whatever he's feeling toward them. But yeah, other than that, like, Keyfree is a really good teacher. He just still has a lot to learn himself, I think, in regards to holding grudges. It's that Vinland Saga sort of theme, right? Where it's like, yeah, of course you should be upset about horrible things that have been done to you that you had no control over. It's just a matter of learning how to move on. Yes, justice should be passed onto evildoers. However, if it's coming at the cost of your own life, of you ruining your own life, then maybe reevaluate how you're approaching it, you know? He's also not that old. He and Ollie are in their late 20s, early 30s. Yeah, they're literally my age, because I'm 27. They may be a little bit older than me. So especially with that perspective, knowing those ages, they're pretty wise guys. Pretty wise fellows, considering. Okay, I already read this. Enough, Coco. Let's take a little break from studying. Come, follow me. The kitchen smells nice. I've been thinking it's about time to empty out these pots. Here, try a bite. This is so good! Isn't it? I've been hanging on to this stew for 2 years now. Oh, she didn't spit it out, but she... La 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 di da la 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 la. Don't worry, it won't hurt you. This magic cook pot keeps it tasting like the moment it first came off the stove. Of course, it's important to redraw spells once in a while. Time tends not to be kind to the seals. Carapace yams! I've had these before. They're so yummy. Would you mind cooking that one for us? I heard you've learned how to draw a proper fireball. God, the movement here. Whimsy. Whimsy. I love his perpetual stew. Have any of y'all tried to make the food in this series? Because I think I've seen I think there's YouTube videos out there of people making the food in this series. Careful. Carapace yams are heavy. You need to make the signs longer than usual. Oh, jeez. The flame can't be too small, and it should be nice and even. Oops, looks like the sigil was a tad large this time. I did it! Cooked to perfection! Nice going! Ah, yes. Quite a lovely job. So, how do you feel? You drew quite a few seals. Still sleepy? There's just, like, the way Shirahama draws Coco sometimes is, like, heart-melting. Like, there's just something about, like, I think it's when it's those front-facing angles where she draws Coco's, like, little nose with so much definition. It makes me want to die, but, like, in a good way. Because it's just like when you see Coco like this, it's just like, what is the point in even like continuing to live? Like, I've seen peak. You know what I mean? Like, this is everything. I feel fulfilled. I can die. You know, for me, water magic came the quickest. I wasn't much of a swimmer, but more than that, I simply hated getting wet. See, the fact that this flashback is Keyfree drowning, like, this was like a traumatic thing. I'm sure manga readers know. Kid-free. Yeah. I'm sure Kid-free, there's a lot of history there. There is something that I do know about, a very minor thing, but again, I won't say it for any other anime-onlys that might be watching. But it's a cute little detail. I went out of my way to practice water spells, so I wouldn't have to do the washing up by hand. See, it's interesting how he alludes to a past of not liking water, but doesn't get into the actual traumatic thing. He's like, oh yeah, it's for laundry and dishes. When you're so anxious to learn something, you need to get better as quickly as possible. The solution is to make it part of your daily life. After all, there's no greater teacher than life itself. Make magic part of everyday life. I recommend cooking. That way, practice yields its own tasty rewards. It's a great deal. Sounds wonderful. I'm so curious. I don't know how I can tell you without anyone else knowing. Are you in the Discord? I could, like, send you a message on there. It's a very minor thing. Like, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal if I said it, but I could join? Okay, there you go. Hey! I thought I smelled something good. This looks delicious. I'll melt cheese on top of the yams. Leave it to me. And we use magic to give them grill marks. It's so cool. Sorry, you two. Today I'd like Coco to be in charge of the meal. Lucky! Oh my gosh, no fair! Hungry tummy. Tummy hungry. So, what do you say? Sure. God, I can just hear, like, the whimsical music from the anime in this scene. And Riche just, like, enthralled by the meat. Not too hot, not too hot. Oh my god, wait. Let's get a zoom in on this panel, eh? The soundtrack is amazing, yeah. I've listened to it off, outside of the show a couple times. By the way, since you're in the Twitch chat, there's your Discord link. Two pieces of bread with all the yummy fillings packed in between. Everything looks so good. Freshly cooked 2-year-old stew. Always tastes freshly cooked thanks to repetition magic. I don't know who's talking here, but... Carapace yam, bacon, and egg sandwich. God, that sounds good. Served on a bun topped with lion goat cheese. Carapace yam dumplings. Steamed carapace yams mixed with squash. Look at all these vegetables! You'd almost never eat this healthy, master. Calm now. Hey, maybe it would be fun if we went outside to eat. Like a picnic, hmm? That sounds nice. Right, back to here so we don't get in trouble. Agat! Hey, Agat! Come join us. We're having lunch outside. No thanks. I've got practice to do. I'll eat at my desk. Besides, have you even looked outside? It's raining. Oh, I think Coco said that. The weather was perfect earlier. Oh well, let's go back inside. Master Keyfree was just talking about how he doesn't like to get wet. Why would we let a little rain stop us? Ah, witches after all. This shot was beautiful in the anime. It's really cool here too with the way it's a perfect circle around him. I love how we don't... What makes the magic so magical sometimes, it's like, yeah, there is the... Fork found in kitchen. There is, like, obviously, like, the magic of they draw it. Like, art is magic. But sometimes, like, because they do it concealed, sometimes you get the experience of the outsiders where it's like, they just, like, bring the magic out of thin air. You know what I mean? So it's like in this scene where, like, we didn't see him draw this spell at all. But it's just like, he's just doing it now. Udemushi? Huh? Behold. The clouds begin to part. God, Keyfree can make anything whimsical. Hey, you're the first one to guess my So in my Discord, I have a section in the applications thing where it's like, guess what my favorite dinosaur is. To make sure people aren't bots. They don't have to guess correctly, it's just so they guess anything. So I can make sure they don't say anything a bot would say. People, I don't think anybody's guessed Parasaurolophus before now. So hey, very good. Coco? I'm gonna go get a guy. She shouldn't miss this. I want her to see this magic the sky's showing us too. I think I got choked up at that part in the anime. And just who are you? Never seen your face around. You're right, I usually do hear this accent used for characters of like lower class and lower education. But Ollie is very classy. And he has that I forget, it's a Yorkshire, right? It's a Yorkshire dialect. I apologize if I don't do it accurately. God, he's so hot here. What do you want? Who sent you? Are you one of Elira's messengers? You're right, Coco. I'm an apprentice of Master Keyfree. Oh, really? An apprentice, is she? God, this is such, like, angry boyfriend face. Angry male wife face. Care to explain? Good to see you, Elrugia. Finished your work already? Figured it would have taken a bit longer. When exactly did your little stable of apprentices multiply? This is a special case. Coco is a victim of forbidden magic. The forbidden spells? He probably wouldn't, he probably... I said that with so much whimsy. Forbidden magic. Probably wouldn't have said that. Come. Rukia, we'll have nothing to do with the brim caps here. I'm handing this girl over to the Knights Morales. Oh, banger ending for the chapter. In the anime, it like went straight into... It just kept going. Coco's face here, this is me when I find out that Ollie and Keyfree aren't in an open relationship, so I have no chance. That's my face when. Forbidden magic. I love that he comes back from multi-week commission and finds out his husband has adopted a fourth daughter. Yeah, I've seen memes about that. Ollie isn't upset that Keyfree brought in yet another apprentice. He's scared that he doesn't have enough room in his heart for another child. Ollie is so funny, what an intimidating guy. I'm sure he'll stay that way. Oh, this shot made it into the anime. We're taking you to the Knights Morales.
Wait, please,
Shh. Yeah, when I first saw this moment, I was like, are they about to fight? But no, they wouldn't fight. Ollie and Kiefer would never fight. At least, Ollie and Kiefer, the closest they're ever gonna come to laying hands on each other is, well, you know. But other than that, like a pillow fight. That's the closest fight they'll come to. I cannot allow you to take Coco, no matter how close a friend you may be. You would turn your magic against me. Who is this girl to you? Please, let us all go inside. I will explain.
It seemed like the weather was clearing up, but now it's raining even harder than before. It's gonna be a real storm tonight. Stormy night. Ah!
Yeah, sounds like it's going to get rough. Let me get this straight. You've decided this is some extenuating circumstance that warranted taking an outsider as an apprentice. Please, that term is so unpleasant. Her name is Coco. Coco. Didn't mean to be rude. It's just the word we have to describe those who aren't witches. My Ollie voice is so sleepy. He sounds like he's on the verge of yawning. Not saying a damn thing. Okay, hey. I'll get there when I get there. This is the first time you two have met, isn't it? I didn't even know anyone else lived here. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw Ollie, I thought he was like related to Agat because of the black hair. I don't think I said it in my reaction, but I was thinking it. I was like, oh, brother? Father? I mean, Ollie is always exhausted, so it's apt, yeah. Coco? Coco. This is Orugio. He's the watchful eye appointed to our atelier. Places like Kaln and the Great Hall allow for plenty of interaction with other witches, but it's easy to be cut off from the world in a little countryside atelier like ours. So there's a rule we follow. In order to keep any sort of issue from being swept under the rug, a second grown-up witch is appointed to small ateliers. We call them our watchful eyes. Says the busily sweeping away. Oh, says the. I was like, what is he saying there? Says the man busily sweeping away a particularly large issue. No, this isn't ironic in the least. I like the whole watchful eye role is perfect for Ollie, because I've described Ollie before as like someone who is very like, he cares deeply about people. But he has a hard time with like one-on-one interactions. Like he's very timid and shy. But he takes care of people in his own way by keeping an eye on them from the distance. Again, watchful eye. It's a very apt term for him. If I had erased Coco's memory that night, it would have meant losing our only clue to finding the picture book full of forbidden spells. It seemed like the best chance we had of restoring Coco's mother, too. Clue? You are aware that this is not our job to investigate forbidden magic, yes? That's precisely what we have the Knights Morales for. From that expression on your face, I bet you'd sure like to know who these Knights Morales are.
Was it that obvious?
The Knights Morales, or more properly, the Order of Moral Spellcasting. They are witches sworn to uphold principles set forth on the day of the Pact. Their duty is to wipe the minds of those who unearth the secret of magic, and the minds of witches who dabble in forbidden spells. They carry out their duties dispassionately, no debate, no exceptions. In their hands, you would lose more than just your memories. They would erase your passion for magic as well. I love how Ollie thinks of that line later on. Hey, lady, welcome back. Look at Kefri, leaning casually against the couch. He already knows he's won. Maybe deep down Ollie does too. He's like, I can't argue too much with my wife. I can't stay mad at my wife. You're a good girl, Coco. You try hard. You're a dutiful child. And you have a great love for magic. He's talking more to Ollie here than Coco. The fact you uncovered the secret was my fault, not yours. If Coco's memory should truly be erased, then so should mine. You wouldn't erase your wife's memory, would you, honey? Great, just great. You know, when you decided to take the other three on, I figured you might finally settle down. Oh, I don't remember them noticing Teddy and Riche in the anime. Maybe they did. But when I saw that Teddy and Riche were listening in, I was like, oh my god, this is just like the Council of Elrond scene. when Pippin and Merry were listening in the whole time. But I guess that was just wishful thinking. Fine. The girl stays. But if there's even a hint of trouble, I'll be reporting directly to the Great All. That is my duty, after all. God, he's got so much swagger in the manga. His mustache is like kind of curled up. What can I say about Ollie's design? Ollie is someone who I think, with his hair and his like his goatee, I guess you would call it. He's someone who wants to look cool but doesn't want to stand out too much, if that makes sense. Like his design is very, because like you notice like he's got pretty dark colors on his clothes. He's someone who doesn't want to stand out too much, but wants to look cool, if that makes sense. Oh, what's up, Deadbolt? Welcome back. I thought you'd settle down with me in our cottagecore fantasy. If he doesn't have the goatee, he'd get carded at Chili's. He would be very fuckboy status if he didn't have the goatee. You're so right about that. He'd be like, somebody's got to wear the pants around here, Kefri. So one of us has got to look older than our age. Master Kefri, Shush. No need to worry. God. Chat, imagine if Kefri told you shush. Like, you would... You know that image of that guy saluting and it's like me when a woman tries to order me around or whatever and he's like saluting? I forget exactly what the quote... That's me with Kefri. Hope you had a good rest yesterday. I did, yeah. I did. I'm feeling recovered. Ish. I am a little short of breath today, but, we're rolling with it. You'll probably notice I'm pausing more in between words while I read. Kefri also badly needs the glasses too. He looks like he's 15 without the glasses. He really does. The glasses do make him look... Because if the goatee makes Ollie look older, if anything, it makes him look more his age. Then the glasses do that for Kefri. The glasses make Kefri look very much more older and wise. Me and my Kefri don't argue. He just threatens his own memory, and I take it like a man. Damn. Yeah, I would let Kefri lobotomize me. Orugio's time is dominated. Orugio and dominated being in the same sentence is crazy work, Kefri. We all know where your mind is at. I feel like Kefri and Ollie are both switches with each other. Press 1 if you agree. Orugio's time is dominated by requests to fashion contraptions. We often don't see him for days at a time. He rarely emerges from his own atelier on the other end of the catwalk. He's, you know, he's that kind of uncle. He's the kind of uncle that you only see... Whoa. He's the kind of uncle you only see at family gatherings, and even then... And you passed the test of your very own accord. You can stand tall and proud, as a proper apprentice. Well now, it seems you're damp with rain.
Off to the bath with you before you catch a cold. Bro. Such a male wife. He's such a girl dad. One, but I have nuanced and complex opinions. Gotcha. Oh, wait. I'll, now that you're in the server there, Samu Flowers, let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not. I'm gonna message you that thing I was thinking. Let me see. Yeah, message. It's a very minor thing. There you go. Very minor thing. I could probably say it to the anime onlys and it would be like non-spoilery, but there are times they both need someone to go, no, do as I say, I need to tend to your needs and you can't be trusted to do it. Yeah. They literally, I've already seen that dynamic where like, actually, we're about to see it here, how in this arc, Kifri's telling Coco, like, hey, the best way to learn is through experience, through practical experience. And then later on, when Nagat was showing interest in wanting to go save Kustas and them, Kifri was like, I don't know about that. And then Ollie was like, you know, yeah, you see, yeah. Ollie was like, hey, you know, best way for her to learn is going to be through experience. So, you know, kind of flips that back onto Kifri. And then we also see it when Ollie makes the sleep stone things, snug stones for Kifri. And he was like, you really need to start living, you know, living by example and getting better sleep. Hey, little brush buddy, come on, it's bath time. Where are you? Ah, you're soaking wet. Hey, get back here. No, why did you go in there? That's the worst possible room you could pick. Those who knock will be cursed? Eep! How scary. I like how in the anime they showed like, they had her thinking about Ollie's like scowling face in this part. He is so tsundere. We're about to see that too. Smash Ollie and Kifri together? Hey, I bet they had no complaints about that. And you might get one competent functional adult. Real. Man, who does not sleep telling other man who does not sleep to sleep? Yes. Is anybody here? Little brush buddy. I can't stop, every time I see brush buddy, I can't stop thinking about how they say it in Japanese, fudemushi. Such a cute word. Please come out. You'll catch cold being all wet like that. Achoo! Hey, when the door says not to knock, what it means is that I don't want you in here at all. At all, that's how you would say it. At all. Wow. Hey, you hear me, Coco? Sorry. Huh? You were all wet just a minute ago. How'd you dry off so fast? I feel so warm, and my hair feels dry too. Is this one of Ilrugio's spells? I think it's interesting how his contraptions are very low-key, but also flashy, because he literally uses light magic, right? So, like, you see it here, like... Aya! Hey, Aya! Thank you so much for the resub. Good seeing you, good seeing you. I hope everything's going well with you. We were actually just talking about you in the Discord, hoping you can make it to our Magma stream we're going to try to do on Saturday. I will warn you, Aya. Although we're currently reading chapters that have adapted parts of the anime you've seen so far, we are also talking about stuff, the entire anime thus far. So I would recommend maybe not sticking around in this stream, but it is good seeing you. It is good seeing you. However, the thing I'm talking about right now shouldn't be a spoiler, but I will Just wanted to say hi. Yeah. I'm glad you checked in. It's been nice hearing from you when we can lately. But yeah, back to what I was saying. And then we also see it with like the glowstone path from Ollie. It's a very flashy thing, but it's also hidden. Like the spell is, I mean, a lot of spells are hidden in public, but it's a hidden spell. It's Ollie's way of trying to like make people happy, but without being directly involved himself. It's a thing that he leaves behind. Because, like, you know, with the glowstone path, until he told Coco that he was the one that made that spell, you know, she had no idea he was the one who made it. Should be back to normal next week? Oh, let's go! That's really soon when you think about it, considering everything you've gone through. Very good to hear. Yeah, we'll love to have you. We'll love to have you back around hanging out with us. I'll catch up on YouTube chat here in a second. But yeah, I just wanted to say that Ollie's way of expressing himself is by not inserting his ego into things. He is very much the sort of person who wants to look out for people, but doesn't care. He doesn't necessarily care whether or not he leaves a mark on them himself. He just wants to make sure people are good, you know. Fun factoid, Ollie's English voice actor has ad-libbed Yorkshireisms in his dialogue. Are you listening, Coco? For change to something in your logo. Oh, really? Interesting. That's nice. So, like, he was reading the script, and instead of saying what was in the script, he would be like, he would insert the Yorkshireisms. That's really nice. His magic is so kind, yeah. We all deserve an Ollie in our lives. Somebody who's willing to look out for us without even necessarily, like, without us even realizing he's looking out for us, you know what I mean? All these devices are all about comfort and safety. Yeah, Ollie, thinking about Ollie makes me want to, like hug a pillow, you know what I mean? I feel so warm, and my hair feels dry too. Is this one of Ulrukio's spells? I think I already read that. Thank you. Yeah. It's part of my job. You catch a cold, and that's my problem too, okay? So he's watching our health too? Yeah. He's your mom. It's my own fault for leaving the door open. Anyway, scram now. And don't touch anything on the way out. Whoa! I said don't touch anything. This magic. I recognize it. These are cobblestones that light up when you step on them. I walked on these the day I fell in love with magic. The glowstone path is the contraption I'm best known for. Okay, people do know he made it, but only people among the witch world. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure if people outside of the witch world know much about who made witch spells. I'm not sure about that. Nested stones, one with a sigil and the other with a ring. Pressed down and the seal is all. It's a simple design. Don't know how you could find it fascinating. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Look, they're glowing. Yeah, they're supposed to. This light is really special to me. When the stones lit up under my feet, it felt like I had magic inside of me. Just stepping on them one by one filled me with so much joy that day. Not all my memories of them are happy, but these stones, this magic, gave me a dream for the future. Thank you for casting them, Master Arugio. I'm not your master. Now get out of here already. So, they take away her passion for magic too, huh? God, he is such tsundere. Can't imagine how you'd find it fascinating, says the one who immediately jumped to explaining his very clever invention. I don't know where or when it gets started, but Ollie is a famous inventor both in and outside the witch world. Oh, gotcha, okay. Stated. Well, I think even if Ollie is famous, he doesn't do it. Maybe he doesn't even realize his own fame. He doesn't let it get to his head at all, I think. He could care less for the fame. It's just the fame is a byproduct of him living his best life. Or rather, trying to make sure other people are living their best life. Curse it all. I can't think. Can't the wind quiet down already? No. This is fine. It's good practice for my concentration. Oh, she's smiling. Agat is smiling. Still not completely even, but better than before. I even managed to close the ring on the first try. This means I'm ready for the next test, to get real experience. Alright, one more. What is all that racket? Can't you keep it down? Please, sir, you must help us. I beg of you. What's going on? Oh my god, it's awful. Oh, I love the way they're drawn here with the thick outlines. It's the staircase river. The crossing bridge collapsed because of all this rain. There's a carriage full of people stranded in the water. But the current's so strong that no one could get to it. Wait, you know what this looks like? This looks like something... Here, I'll show it. This background part, this looks like something Tolkien has drawn. Matter of fact, this looks a lot like the cover for The Hobbit. I don't think this was in the anime, but this feels very much like a Hobbit reference. I would not be surprised in the slightest if Shirahama was a huge Tolkien fan. Fan. Please, my son is in that carriage. Of course, we'll assist. We'll head there right away. This is it. A chance to get real experience. Master! For some reason my Agat voice dips into like young Obi-Wan. Oh yeah, it does look very Hobbit coverish. Yeah. Agat. This one's too dangerous. You four stay here. No. I want to go, please. I'm ready to prove how useful I can be. I know I am. That is really good paneling here. The way it's like... You've got like... Her more... The expression she's wanting to show outwardly. And then you've got this like... Zoom in on her determination. And then the chapter ends on like... This very darkened like... Sort of like... Vulnerable, scared drawing here. Where her hand is low. I hope that's a good way of explaining it. And even here, like, more of her is in light. But then here, it's all darkness. Very, very good storytelling and nothing but visuals. And body language. Which Shirahama excels at. In general, but especially with Agat. Like, Agat's internal story is being told by her outward body expressions when she doesn't mean for them to be. The paneling in this is so wonderful, indeed. The bridge is just beyond that lone tall pine. We're almost there. Hang on to that tight. Don't drop it. I won't. Moments earlier. I want to go. I want real experience, please. I'm ready to prove how useful I can be. I know I am. The gods. This isn't like the normal exercises we perform at the Atelier. So I'm kind of stuffed up today. Having a hard time, like, keeping up the words. There will be many others. There will be many others around. People who aren't witches. You haven't taken the second test yet. You don't have permission to cast in front of them. I'll bring you next time. The way she slaps his hand is crazy, by the way. And when will that be? No. Now's my chance. I've been training myself, so I'll be ready to cast in front of others. I've been preparing for the next test for ages now. Isn't it a master's duty to give his apprentices opportunities to grow? Also, this body expression here is very in line with that clip I showed of Sky in last stream. Where he was like, this is a 12-year-old. Like a pouty 12-year-old. You know. Even if on the outside she's trying to act like a grown-up. Her body expression betrays that. Of course it is, but please, we must hurry! There's no time to waste! I'll go on ahead. We'll set up an exit for the window way on site. The rest of you gather the medicine and contraptions we'll need. Come through when the portal is open, and I'll take a guard. Oh my god. That is the cutest drawing I've ever seen of a god. Help. She's just like an infant here. Yeah, Shirahama knew what she was doing with this drawing. Like, this is like... Agat's walls completely came down in this moment. Baby. Precious little bean. I'll get my cloak and cap. Wait. Oh, wait, that's not Agat saying that. I'll get my cloak and cap. Dude. Don't look at me like that. There are things they can only learn outside. I'm merely concerned. Agat tends to dwell on the things she has not yet learned, rather than rejoicing in the things she has. Dude. This look. This is such a, like, you're gonna get a stern talking to later. Honey. I think I pick up on a lot of these things in Kefri and Ollie. Like their like whole girl dad thing. I feel like I would be a wreck as a father. Especially if I had a daughter or more. I would not discipline them very well. I would spoil the shit out of them. I don't know, I can get pretty, cause like with my dog Pumpkin, right? She has like neuropathy in her back legs, and I am kind of, I don't baby her about it. I guess because I fear her becoming too reliant on me. I fear her I fear her losing her independence, which is already happening. So I'm trying to like hold on to, It actually is a very girl dad trait, to be honest. It's like getting to the point where you're so strict with your child that you're coming across as maybe a little harsh, but it's because you fear about them losing something. It's like, I can't think of any examples off the top of my head in fiction. Where it's, I guess like the dad from Wolfwalkers. Not to that extreme at all, but... It's where, like, inwardly, like, you're like a teddy bear type person, but outwardly, maybe you're treating, your child as, like, you're being overprotective to the point where maybe you seem distant. Love it when Kefri looks nervous and scared. It doesn't happen often, but when a god is happy, it melts my heart. Yeah. Implying Ollie and Kefri are holding it together, they have a decent front. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very much like them when it comes to being, like, protective of others. Where, like, inwardly, I'm just, like, trying to hold it together. When outwardly, maybe I seem a little too, like... I don't know. I feel like in dire situations, I'm the kind to be very strict, but, like, when things are chill and casual, it's like, I'm gonna spoil the shit out of you, you know? I wish she could see that there is no shame in being inexperienced. I simply don't want her to trip as she hastens to grow. Does anybody who's Black Clover fans, do you guys see parallels between Agat and Noel Silva? Kefri's line here about there's no shame in being inexperienced reminds me of Fuegoleon's line to Noel when he says, there's no shame in being weak, but there is shame in staying weak. You know? Kind of a similar theme. Agat also needs to be handled really differently compared to the other apprentices. She's so strict on herself. Yeah. That's good food for thought. I'm trying to think how I would treat each of the Kieflings. Anna Flavia Elric, yo. I wonder if you're a Full Metal Alchemist fan. Can't tell. Welcome in. Hello, haven't seen your other stream, but I watched your 9-hour reaction video. Wait, are you one of the people that commented on it before? Or are you like someone... Are you a whole other person who I didn't know has seen that video? Let me see, let me look at the comments and see if you're in there. No, oh my god. That's 3 people now that have seen that full 9-hour reaction. That's insane to me. Thank you so much for watching that. Has someone already told you that Shirahama has made Star Wars illustrations? Yes. I do know about that. It's beautiful art. Yeah, Shirahama being a Star Wars fan does not surprise me in the slightest, given some of the themes I've noticed. We love your long-form videos here in the YouTubes. Well, thank you. You guys are the best. You guys, like... I make content for myself, but burnout is going to be a lot harder to experience when I have you guys to support and watch my stuff. It means a lot. Just to share this experience with other people. Not just, like, my friends, but with, like, you strangers. Knowing that I'm having an impact on strangers is, like, such a cool feeling. You know what I mean? Okay, but I just had like a food for thought on how I would treat each of the Kieflings. So with Coco, I feel like I would be like, I would have her like joined at my hip. I would have her joined at my hip because she had just experienced something very traumatic. I feel like I wouldn't let her out. I feel like I would like be even more like watchful of her than Kiefer is. I don't know, maybe I would at least be content knowing that she's at the Atelier. But I feel like similar to Kiefer, I would be like see her struggling with learning and being like, hey, let's make this fun, you know. Let's make this learning experience fun. Because her just like sitting around all the time trying to like hard focus and having her face in a book, it doesn't work well for her. Maybe that works well for someone like a Got, and maybe I would encourage that with a Got. I'll get to how I would raise a Got later. Yeah, but with Coco, like, I feel like it would very much be like, I would use Coco as an excuse to do fun things, and my excuse would be, oh, I'm teaching her, and like, yeah, that would be the reason, but it's also like, it's like, hey, let's go cook some scrumptious food. Totally not just because I want to have something delicious to eat. But it's also like how I'm going to teach her how to learn. With Riche, I feel like I would be trying to encourage her as much as I can to be more open-minded and to not be afraid to learn other people's techniques, because I think it would just make her stronger. But I also feel like Riche is someone who I would respect. I respect that she needs space. I would let her spend her, like, I feel like I wouldn't go into like her little hidey hole tunnel place with all the grass in it. I feel like I would like, that's her space, I'm not gonna invade that, you know. When she's ready to come out and learn, you know, I just want her to let her know that I'm here. With Tedia, I feel like we would just be besties. Like, Tedia's the kind of person, like, we would just, like, something fun would happen and we would just, like, hold each other's hands and squeal, you know? Like, I feel like Tedia is, like, someone who I wouldn't even have to teach that much. Because she seems like she's got a pretty good, like, and maybe she learned this from Keyfree, but she seems like she has a very good, like, routine for herself. Like, Tedia is a very independent person. I feel like all of the, other than maybe Coco, all of the Kieflings are independent in their own ways. But Agat and Riche have traits about them that are like, leaving them alone for too long is worrying. Whereas I feel like if you leave Tedia to her own devices, like, you can trust her. At least when it comes to, like, learning magic, you know what I mean? So I feel like she is someone who would be like, there'd be a decent balance between, like, spending a lot of time with her, but also leaving her to learn on her own. Like, I wouldn't be afraid if she was alone ever. Now, as I read the story more, I might learn things about Tedia that might make me more worried about her, but as of right now, not very worried about Tedia. Agat, on the other hand, I would be like a nervous wreck over. Like, with Agat, with Riche, like, I would respect her privacy and her wanting to be alone. With Agat, I would also respect it, but I would be like a nervous wreck every time Agat is alone. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe I wouldn't have as much trust in Agat as she deserves. So basically, I'm just basically describing myself as Kiefer, aren't I? I'm literally him. Let's keep it going. The ground is quite unstable. There it is! The carriage! Do you see it? I don't believe it. It's a witch! Dagda's brought us a witch! Oh, thank heaven. It's going to be okay now. They'll save the others in the carriage. Hey, everyone! A witch has arrived. Agat, you know how to use these, right? Link rings. Hell, maybe this is a Lord of the Rings reference. A contraption fashioned as a pair of 2 rings. Each ring is adorned with half a seal, and their spell activates when both parts are brought together. The small size of these contraptions limit their power and range. Spell on those rings evaporates moisture. Use it to dry off the village's clothes. Once that's done, stay here and wait. You want me to use a contraption? That's all? Isn't there something more? Yeah, that's all. What? If a task's too simple, you don't want to do it? Kiefer's right to worry about you. You're too anxious about advancing. If you want to show off your skill, there will be times and places you can do so. But if you want to help out here and now, I suggest you reconsider what purpose magic serves. I also like how in the anime, I think in the dub, how he says who magic is for. I watched it today because of You watched the 9-hour video today? Wow. Crazy. Well, thank you so much for that. I'm glad you watched it, and I'm glad you well, you didn't say you enjoyed it, but I assume you enjoyed it because you watched the whole thing. How could I not be anxious to advance when everyone keeps treating me like a helpless child? Egads, he just turned that plain cloth into a doorway. Thanks, Ollie. Practicing twice as hard as anyone else means nothing if I don't have anything to show for it. And if I'm ever going to show a certain someone what I'm really capable of. I'm a couple minutes behind, so that last comment might sound out of nowhere. Had to pause because of my cats were fighting. Fair, fair. Hope your cats are okay. I can't afford to wait. Yeah, this shot was like... Honestly, I think this shot was actually scarier in the anime. Still really scary here, too. Is Agat alright? Whoa! Is he for real? This one's something else. The edges of the bank are unstable. Please step back. Yeah, Kiefer's water sword. What in the world? Did he just split the raging current with a sword? Arugio! How many are there? 3. This is the second. The river's not making this easy. This is why I hate water. Hang in there. I'm moving fast as I can. Last one. I've got him. All right. Phew. Oh, I forgot they high-fived here. They're such besties. We did it. They're all safe. A job well done. Costas! I remember, dude, the English voice actor for Dogda went crazy. I remember exactly how he's like Costas! Costas! Dogda! I'm sorry. I tried to save your cargo, but it doesn't matter. I'm just glad you're safe. I cannot thank you two enough. No need. We're happy we made it in time. Whoa! Oh wait, I missed a panel. My apprentices are carrying healing agents. They'll be happy to treat your injury. Whoa, this is absolutely amazing. Unreal. I guess it is fairly intriguing. Master, this is the be-all end-all of contraptions. The Rain Cleaver. A mystical sword whose blade rends apart any liquid it meets. I see you've all noticed the Rain Cleaver. See this pattern? It's made up of countless seals etched onto the surface. Even tiny seals, in great enough numbers, have the power to part the sea itself. Master Keyfree, can we please hold it? Not a chance. I love this little heart after he said that. Magic cast upon weapons must be handled with utmost care. I'm afraid this is still much too dangerous for you girls. But, if you'd like, I'll happily explain precisely how little seals work in concert once we're back at the atelier. Keyfree, I'm going to take a look upstream just to be safe. The river may have eroded elsewhere too. Then I shall assess the damage downstream. Tetia, would you join me? Yes, master. Riche, you're with me. Got it. Keep an eye on things here. We won't be long. Leave it to... Wait, the two of us? Oh my god. She looks so Noelle Silva in this drawing. I think it's the nose. It's just the entire face structure. Like, she just looks like Noelle there. And of course, attitude-wise as well. This is so awkward. I gotta hurry up and get a god Sylph shoes back to her. There, that should do it. Thanks very much, Little Miss Witch. Little Miss Witch? He called me Little Miss Witch. He said I'm a witch. Real shame about losing the better half of our cargo. Suppose we'll make do, though. We've got our lives, and that's what counts. Just so. Nothing more precious than life, Costas! Whatever you're trying to do, it's not worth it. Come back. It'll be fine, Dagda. Wait, didn't Costas have like an accent? I don't remember. The bank curves inward here, and some of our cargo is caught up in the eddy. I'll grab it and be right back up. Don't be a fool. The bank only curves inward because part of it already washed away. Hurry and climb back up. No. Costas! Mr. Doctor, you mustn't. The bank will collapse again. Coco, we need your help. Coco? Coco! Oh no. Did the rocks... I got it. Here, I'm over here. Are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm okay, but Costas is pinned under a rock. No. Please, no. Wait. You're a witch too, right? Huh? Please, you can rescue him with your magic. Please, you must save him. This is it. This is my chance. Also, I remember seeing this panel when I wanted to compare some of these shots when I was watching the episode, and yeah, this panel's crazy. Again, a little late, but yes, I did enjoy it. It made me company while I was drawing. Aw. Hey, if you want to share your art with our little community we're building up here, I do have a Discord server linked in the description. We do have an artist channel. And how could I be a content creator for Witched Atelier if I didn't encourage the creation of art? Right? Master Kifri and Orukio aren't here. I don't have my Sylph shoes, so I can't go fetch them. Coco can't move. It's a life or death situation. Her face here is crazy, this smile. Honestly, if you were a manga only, you might have missed this smile from Agat. It was much more, pronounced in the anime. Crazy work. Oh no, it shows it pretty closely here, actually. And it actually, yeah, okay, it does show it here. If anything, it might be more disturbing here. I have to go to the bathroom again, so I will be right back. Don't worry, I'm back. Nice, now I can catch up. Well, I guess you're caught up now. Or will be. Oh. Welcome back, yo. I got my spaghetti and meatballs. It's actually perfect timing, because I said about halfway through the stream, oh, I'd get my food. And now is that time. Well, in like 20 minutes. Spaghetti. God, I panic so much when I have to do an intermission. I fear like people are gonna leave. But it's just something I gotta let go of. It's a live format. I can't influence whether or not people are gonna stick around just because I have to go to the bathroom. And then I just gotta get over. Like, although Tarta's my favorite character, I would say like my spirit animal is like Ollie. Either Ollie or Kefri, or maybe both. Here, before I eat, I'm gonna finish this chapter. And then we can just talk while I eat. If folks were going to hop out during a break, they weren't here for the content anyhow. Yeah, I need to be more lax on myself about that kind of thing. By saving him with my magic, I might finally prove that certain someone wrong. Little witch, are you going to use magic this time? Sounds like the girl's going to save Kustis. She can do that? She's a child, but she's still a witch. What kind of spell? Wonder what kind of spell we'll see this time. How can you talk about that? Kustis is in danger. Hey, she's got magic. He'll be back with us in no time. Well, go on, Agot. Show them. So this is her magic, hmm? Doesn't quite compare to the other children's. Come on, put some heart into it. She's not bad, she's just so average. And to think I had such high hopes for you, Agot. What a disappointment. How strange. Her mother is so talented. Gifted children are capable of so much more by that age. You're really practicing? You're still such a child. By the way, was anybody else creeped the fuck out by this scene? Especially as an anime only, not knowing anything about Agot's backstory, and then we get this? Scared the shit out of me. You'll be no apprentice of mine. We've no need for dull children in this family. Again, heavy Noel Silva parallels. Why'd I have to start thinking about that? Now, of all times, Agot! Dude, the way Coco is the one to bring Agot out of her spiral. You love to see it. Tell me what I can do! Tell me how I can help from here! What can I do to help save Kustas? You want to help out here and now. I suggest you reconsider what purpose magic serves. I think I like the phrasing they used in the anime more. It was like who magic is for. Magic's for everybody. Coco! What does it look like down there? Describe the situation to me! The current's not as strong here. I don't think we have to worry about getting swept downstream. But the water level's slowly rising. We might not have much time. The bank is muddy and slippery. I don't think I can climb it. And Kustas is knocked out. The rock he's under looks too big to move, even for an adult. And your magic? It's, well, look. Master Kefri and Orukio aren't here. I don't have my sylph shoes, so I can't go fetch them. Coco can't move. The components are soaked and unusable. And to top it all off, surrounded by people. Don't know about magic. Mustn't let them see me cast anything. What can I do? Agot! What should I do? Really good paneling right here. I remember seeing this when I compared to the anime. Extremely, the adults in her life are rendered down into their drawing implements with only grotesque shadows of human features. I love how the anime adapts the visuals of trauma. Yeah. Describe the situation. I'm under the water. I'm under the water. What? The Great Hall, headquarters of the Knights Morales. Sir Aesthles, we received reports of a large, unknown column of water sighted near Kaln, in the upstream marshwoods. It's interesting they say that, because I don't remember there being like that big of a column in the manga shot, but in the anime there really was. Let us go at once. Alright, before we continue, I am going to eat. So that way when because I have been getting kind of nauseous last few minutes, I won't lie, so I need to eat. But we can still talk. I just can't voice act while we're eating. I am under the water. Yeah, what's been really nice about this in last stream is like, because when I was doing my reactions videos, I hadn't interacted with the fandom at all. So like all of my opinions were entirely my own. So like me, I think back like to how I kept calling like Keyfree and Ollie like male wives and stuff, and like how now that I'm interacting with the fandom, like you guys just y'all are like y'all are on board. Y'all probably have more y'all definitely have more developed thoughts on the characters than me because y'all have seen more of the story, but which is funny that a lot of the same things I picked up on is just like, yeah, that's just how the fandom feels. It makes me like I'm laughing about it, but it's really healing for me because it makes me feel more connected with people. Because lately I'm blessed to have a really good friend group right now, and you know that's been really healing just to have good friends. But even being able to connect with strangers is something that I've been experiencing, not just online, but even in real life. It just lately my heart just feels more open than it's ever felt. Of course, the people I've been interacting with lately are a huge part of that. Which at ATELIER has been a huge part of that for me. Like getting to like record my reactions and off the cuff talk about what this series means to me as my feelings for the series are developing. It's just opened up like my mind and my heart so much more than I've ever felt in my life. So Witch Hat making a huge impression on me lately, or at all. Yeah, Deadbolt, it's wonderful. And I just hope I can share some of what I'm experiencing with you guys. Because, like, I'm someone... I do not mask in my content. Streams, videos... Like, I try to let y'all know when I'm being ironic and joking. Although my sarcasm isn't the greatest. But, like, you know, memes aside, you know, what you see is what you get. Just a guy who lives adventure. No, literally, that is what it is with me. Like, what you see is what you get. Like, yeah, there's gonna be things about my life I will never tell strangers on the internet. But largely, like, I'm not masking. Like, I'm just here to share my experiences because through expressing myself as my authentic self, it's helping me develop my sense of self and my place in the world among other people. If I mask, I'm just going to be miserable. Now, there are people who can mask to where it doesn't ruin their sense of self. I've talked to people like that recently. For them, masking is an accessible way for them to do something without making them as uncomfortable as if they weren't masking. But for me, masking is just entirely an uncomfortable experience for me. I can't do it. I just can't. It makes me feel like I'm dying on the inside. Who's got time for masking? We're doing 9 hours worth of reactions? Real. I've barely touched the spaghetti. I keep yapping. Masking just as miserable? Yeah, it depends on who you are. For some people, it's actually healthy. It's the fake it till you make it kind of mindset, which, again, depending on how you use that mindset, can be healthy, can be shit, you know. Just depends on who you are and how you go about it. This is also your personal work. Why mask for that if it doesn't feel good? Yeah. I don't see the reason to put on a persona. Hell, if I'm depressed and I'm streaming, I'll let you guys know. I don't know for any of my slightly longer term viewers. I don't know if y'all have ever seen any of those streams where I just like, it's been a while since I've had a stream like that, but where I just like get really down and I'm just like, I'm just honest about it. It's just like bottling things up just does not work for me. I can't do it. I did it my whole life. I can't do it anymore. These last few years, I've realized that. I've got garlic bread too, by the way. Delicious. And something like Digital Circus, I think is helping solidify my stance on masking. There's some characters who I think it works better with, like I think Gangle is right to mask. At least around most people. But it's good to have someone that you don't mask around. But then other characters like Ragatha. Ragatha masking is not good. Because Ragatha has a lot of repressed stuff that she needs to let out. Ragatha should not be masking. So, seeing in fiction how there's characters that show that it's okay, or you've got like cautionary tale characters who show what or like a reflection of yourself, it helps a lot. Yeah, I would rather have an outlet for my feelings, Gideon, and be in an emotionally vulnerable state than be alone and be in an emotionally vulnerable state. Now, I am a very productive person when I'm alone. I'm very emotionally productive. However, if I'm stuck in my head for too long, I don't feel like I'm making any progress. So getting out of my own head is really good for me. And yeah, everyone's mileage may vary, true. Like, I do need alone time as well. I think another really healing experience that I'm sensing from the Witch Hat community, if I'm going to make content for the Witch Hat community, it feels like it's going to be very low pressure. Because I feel like Witch Hat fans are people who embrace humanity, arts, vulnerability, patience. And I feel like if you can't respect a disabled creator who may not always be on the ball with making content all the time, then you're probably not a true fan. Like, you don't get the series, you know? And I say that because everyone I've interacted with in this fandom so far has been super nice and super understanding. Which folks just like seeing people make things, yeah. Yeah, you keep saying that, and I see that. Oh, that person I rated last night, they had an idea. We're doing a stream where you make your own Witch Hat Atelier spells. And I was like, yo, why don't we just do that together? Well, that might happen one day. Like where I draw my own spells. That could be fun. I don't know if people have done streams or videos like that before, but that could be fun. What if we had like a contest for that? What if we had like a contest? I'm the kind of person who I don't want to put like a monetary goal behind something like that. I just would want to do it for fun. Like you don't get anything out of it really. Nothing that's like of real value other than like the value should come from making the art, you know? Why get a prize out of it? You know what I mean? But that could be fun. Maybe like a witch hat spell contest. I don't know how we would judge them, but I guess just the ones we think are the coolest, I guess. There needs to be an official guide to the spell crafting. It's still so much guesswork. Really interesting. Yeah, I don't know enough about it right at this current moment for me to confidently make any spells, but yeah, it might be something I could get into at some point. I see some enthusiasm for the idea as well. Not for I think you said that before I said the contest thing, but like the making spells on stream thing. But yeah, being in a guilt-free space, and I'm not going to exclusively make Witch Hat content. I might have long periods where I don't make any. Because I know my limits when I hyperfixate on things. I need breaks from things. So I'm not going to be like the Witch Hat guy. At least not all the time. So I'm going to give myself breaks from it. Probably after I put out, I'm going to say after I'm done reading the season 1 manga stuff on stream, and then after I record my rewatch. Probably not gonna do too much else after that. But we'll see. I might also read Kitchen on stream. No, not even might. I will. There's a virtual book that Shirahama will be releasing at some point this year that will be a World Lore book. I'm looking forward to it. Ooh. Hell yeah. That'd be huge. I'm rereading Deadbolt's last message about masking is miserable. I'm just hoping that with my platform and my presence, I can encourage other people to find what's gonna work to make their lives as best as they can, because everyone's different. This world tries to make us think like there's a rigid way to do things, and if we don't fall in line, we're useless. I don't like that. Everyone's unique, and I think everyone should be respected for their differences. Like, I love the Star Wars prequels. I have a friend who doesn't love them. In fact, he hates Phantom Menace. We were like in a debate earlier. Pretty heated debate. Not heated. It wasn't that bad, but it was agree to disagree type thing. But we both learned things about, like Tweed learned things about some of the production stuff, and some of the intention behind why those movies were made the way they were. And I learned something about how apparently the Jamaican community was like there was like controversy with them and like the Gungans. Although George Lucas didn't intend for the Gungans and Jar Jar to come across as racist caricatures, he was just like making silly aliens. Unfortunately, it just happened to turn out that way, to come across that way.
and people did take offense to that, so unfortunately that is a point of contention with that movie, as much as I love it. Because before, I thought it was just white people getting offended for minorities, as tends to happen. Because there's already a lot of, like, myths made around, like, the prequels, because people hate those movies for nonsensical reasons, and they're just trying to, like, besmirch those movies. So I thought, like, the Jar Jar's racist critiques were just, like, you know, just other bullshit people made up, but it was a genuine critique, so I recognize that now. I just never heard about that aspect of it, but I was also, like, fairly conscious when that movie came out, so I wasn't around when those discussions were happening. All the critters in Witch Hat are like Avatar Last Airbender, where nothing's a standard Earth creature, everything's a homunculus. Yeah! I wonder if Shirahama was inspired by Atla in that regard. I've done it, and I feel like it's an issue with me today that I have to remind myself to stop sometimes. Yeah. I'm almost done eating, by the way. We'll get back to reading here in a second. I just think I was getting nauseous because I was doing it on an empty stomach. I mean, I had a frozen yogurt bar before the stream. I was hoping that would be enough, but... Also, you're saying homunculus. I don't think that's the right term. I think you mean hybrid. Or chimera. Homunculus, I don't think is exactly the right term. Thing is, spoiler, but I feel like you'll love the story the second half of Witch Hat will adapt. I mean, hey, if I'm getting more Tarda, I'll be happy. If I'm getting more of anything in the story I've seen so far, honestly. I just need justice for Ueni. I'm going to chop Sasaron's head off. The head that he doesn't have. I'm going to kill him. This Zelda music has been perfect for these manga streams. You guys are so cool. I'm used to Twitch viewers being, like, impatient. Not like my regulars, but, like, when I've tried to, like, tap into fandoms before, I'm used to people just being, like, really flaky, you know? A new character? Ooh. I also need to see more of that blonde Knights Morales girl. I need more grown women in this series to simp over. So far, all I have is, like, Elira and Coco's mom. My polycule consists of me, Keyfree, Ollie, Elira, and Ragatha. And the Keyflings are our children. And maybe Pomni can be in our poly, if she really wants to. I feel like if you take Ragatha, like poly, Pomni is like part of the deal. I love the second season. Pretty base polycule, the food would be top tier. Jeez. Speaking of top tier food. My new roommate is an absolute wizard in the kitchen. Jokes aside, I don't think I would, like, actually be okay with a polycule. I don't think I could emotionally handle that. I respect it for those that can do that. I need... I don't think I could do more than one person in a relationship. It takes a ton of work. Yeah, I don't think that's for me. But then again, if it was Kefri, Ollie, Ragatha, and Elira, I would learn how to make it work. I'd deal with it. And mastery of a Google Calendar. Oh, like trying to get everyone's schedules together? Yeah. I'm sure it's even harder online. Yeah, I've been thinking about that kind of stuff a lot lately. Because there may or may not be someone in my life right now that I feel that way toward. Whether or not she feels the same way, I still haven't quite clocked, but it doesn't really matter. Because even if not, she's an amazing friend. And if it doesn't go anywhere past that, at least I've learned, you know, at least I've learned what kind of things I value in a person. Like, she's shown me a lot to, like... She showed me a lot as to the kind of person who I would want to spend my life with. I'm not sure what's harder, scheduling a polycule or an in-person D&D campaign. Wait, I'm gonna screenshot that and send that to my friend. I'll just share it in the server that we're all in. Be the third one, and then they have to manage you instead. Yeah, call me the third one the way I'm a third wheel. I'm a third wheel in my own relationship. I'll let y'all know what my polycule friend, how my polycule friend reacts to that message. As someone who is a polycule, who is in a polycule that's so true. There you go. Alright, let's get back to reading. What can I do? What should I do? I could just use my magic. That's it! Oh wait, I think that was Coco thinking. Agai, do you have those things? Those things? You know, those little thingies the Master Urugio made. The rings. The way they animated that in the anime was so amazing. Of course! The link rings! If I can get these to Coco. With these, I can dry out my soaked choir. If I can just get some dry paper, I can use my newly learned levitation spell to save Kustas. But I can't let them see how magic is cast. I can't do it with them watching. She never gives up, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. But a task like this is still beyond her. When a witch casts in front of an outsider, the hands, the pen and paper, must remain concealed deep within the long folds of the witch's cloak. As a result, strokes of the pen cannot be verified by sight. Therefore, the seal must be composed by touch, a feat demanding long hours of practice. When Coco was mimicking Ollie's goatee in the anime... Wait, she was? Like, in that scene? That's amazing. Oh, I love this look. Dude, Agat, when she's, like, determined... It's everything. Your attention, please! I am the witch Agat Arklam, first apprentice of Kefri. I shall now demonstrate the powers inside me. The purpose of long hours of practice is to allow one to act in the hour of need without fear or hesitation. This feat is beyond Coco,
But... Ooh. Perhaps I can pull it off. Oh. Wow. The god's spells are so beautiful. This should hold their attention. This should hold their attention for at least a moment. If you're going to try something, you better do it now. Thanks, Agat. Ow! I was practicing the levitation seal on the carapace yams just a few hours ago. I can do this! I know I can! It's within my reach! No, I can't. I know I can't because it was only hours ago. The seal could barely hold up the yams. To lift this rock, I need one way bigger than what I can draw on my choir. Kustas! Oh, I'm so glad you've come to... am I... Who are... My name is Coco. I'm a witch. We fell when the bank collapsed. Do you remember? So I'm still alive then. When I saw that bird of light, I thought for sure I was long gone. Oh, that? That's no messenger of the afterlife. It's magic. It's just a spell my friend cast. That my friend cast. That's it! Kustas, I'll get you out of here. Just hold on. Why is she hiding behind that rock? Can't do it with a levitation seal, but I don't have to limit myself to just my spells. With a spell this flashy... Oh. A spell this flashy, Master Kifri and Orugio should realize we're in no trouble. But I can't keep attention off of Coco for long. So long. Well, I completely misread that. But I can only keep attention off of Coco for so long. I hope they get back here soon. Because if they don't... Miss. Your spell's quite beautiful, but... Is that all it does? You're just lighting up the sky. Are you even trying to help? Can't you make one we can ride on? Or float down there yourself and help him? I'm sorry, but... Oh, enough. Someone get me a rope. I'll scale down and save Kustas myself. No. If he looks over the edge now... No, you mustn't! Don't go over... Please pull us in. I can't get down by myself. Got you. Kustas! Oh, thank heaven. It's still floating. It won't stop. Coco, you... Oh. Oh my god. I'm so glad. Hey, what are you... I'm so glad it worked. I had no idea what to do. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, thank heaven. Whoa, just cool it off. Cool it, back off. How in the world did you get yourself out of... Is this sand? Yup. I remembered how that rock-breaking spell saved us the other day. The spell we used when we faced the dragon. Of course, a wall-breaker seal. Drawn small enough, you'd be able to turn a boulder into sand without hurting the person stuck underneath. Exactly. Back then, I couldn't help out at all. But I was watching the seals you three drew, including the one Riche was using. My friend's magic saved the day. I wouldn't have known how to do it on my own. I just realized something. The brimmed cap eyeball fella, they probably caused the flood in the first place. So Coco would be put in this situation. Which I'm still confused on, because the Knights Morales ended up coming in and damn near erased Coco's memory. I don't think the brimmed cap would want that. I don't know exactly what the brimmed cap would want, but I would assume that the brimmed cap would want Coco to know about magic, like would not want Coco to forget about any of it. Oh wait, no, maybe they do want that. Cause what if, I gotta pause the music to say this. What if the Knights erased Coco's memory and sent her back to her village? And then what if the brimmed cap has a fresh slate Coco to be able to manipulate. But then would a fresh slate Coco still have memories of her mother at all? I think they would only erase things pertaining to magic. So I think Coco would know what happened to her mother. So maybe that is what the brimmed cap wants. Maybe they want the knights to erase her memory. I didn't consider that. And your shining bird is what reminded me. Thank you for all your help, Agat. The point of that shining signal was to alert Master Kefri. It just happened to serve another purpose. Don't go thinking it was all for you. And I don't remember ever deciding we would Makes me so happy to know that Kustos is safe. I hope that someday my mother... No, I swear it. No matter what. Coco. Huh? What are these? Silver-white capture pennants. Wielded by witches in crimson cloaks and winged cops. Don't believe it. It's the Knights Morales. Which of you was it? Was it you who cast the spell, or you? Your age will not shield you. Speak. Which of you aligns with the brimmed caps? Huh? What are you talking about? We are not part of the brimmed caps. And none of the magic we used was forbidden. The only spells we cast were to help people. Ah, see? I got starting to realize what magic is for. Who magic is for. Observe what is below. What happened down there? It didn't stop at the rock. The whole riverbed area... Oh wait, that's Coco saying that. The whole riverbed... The whole area turned to sand. Even the river water is being crushed into mist. There's no way it could have spread that... There's no way it could have spread so far. It can't be. That's not what I drew at all. I see. So you were the one. A novice like you could have never cast something this powerful without a violation. Wow, I love the emotion on Easthie's face here. This is very, very intense. I don't think we really got this out of the anime, to be honest. Like, there's a sense of, like, because there's, like, half of his face is in shadow here, and not only that, it's not even completely in frame, there's a sense of, like, there's an underlying rage within Easthies pertaining to just the brim caps and forbidden magic. We see similar drawing techniques with Kefri. So, yeah, really, really, really effective storytelling there through the drawing. I don't know what exactly is going on with Easthies. We, like, know nothing about this character. He was barely in Season 1, but he left an impact for sure. The principles of the pact are absolute. You are hereby relieved. No memory. How to design your own pointed cap? Oh my god. Wait, you're like encouraged to draw on this page too. Hold up. The design of a pointed cap differs depending on the atelier to which belongs to. Try drawing your very own pointed cap in the space below. Rules for pointed cap design. The cap must not have a brim able to conceal the face. The ideal pointed cap uses a conical design that fully covers the top of the head. There are many different designs of caps, each representing a certain atelier. The present, brimless shape came into use after it became forbidden to conceal one's face. Cloak, useful for keeping hands and magical tools out of sight. Self shoes, important to size correctly so they don't fall off in midair. Okay, not a whole lot of detailed stuff there, but that's still really cute that Shirahama is encouraging that. I love these little lore pages. Same. Oh, this is Tarda's hat, isn't it? On this cover? Isn't that Tarda's? Oh my god. Wait, why is Coco holding the... Deadbolt with the sub? Oh my god, thank you so much. Want a break from the ads? I think you wanted a break. Thank you so much, Deadbolt. Goated. Thank you so much. I've noticed people are like more engaged with the stream with these like manga reaction streams I'm doing as opposed to like the gaming streams I'd been doing until recent. I feel like because I'm more enthusiastic in my streams, you guys are more enthusiastic to watch. Because I've been getting more subs, Patreon members, the YouTube chat is actually like a thing. So I must be doing something different recently that makes my streams more like engaging. So thank you guys for reciprocating that. But yeah, this is interesting, like the way she's holding these. Like it feels very like she shouldn't even be able to have these in her hands. This foreshadows that Coco will become a knight one day. There is constantly cap changing on the chapter glossary page. I did notice that, yeah. You tremble for naught. When your memory of magic fades, so too will your fear. You will simply become an outsider. Nothing more, nothing less. Wait, please! I'm telling you, you're making a mistake! Why won't you listen? Wow, you can see on Coco's face here, she is so, or Agat's face here, she is so scared for Coco. No, I don't want to forget my mother. And then this iconic moment. Riche coming in like a surface-to-air missile. Surface-to-air Riche. Like, God. What a defiant moment for Riche. Because not only after this does she stand her ground in saying, I hate adults who look down on children, this is her physically imposing herself onto an adult. Which I feel like is a very... It's a very poignant, powerful theme in this series. Like to be for a child to be able to get one up on an adult. It's very cathartic knowing what I know about the children in this series and how they're not treated the best. Amazing. Incredible. Riche says all Knights Morales are bad. Let's see. AKMAB. AKMAB. Whoa! Hey, isn't this... Oh, hey, what's up, T1? Waiter, oh waiter, 10 million beer, please? Oh? Your mother. The serpent's bed of sand. You know, it's pretty mean of you not to listen to what they have to say. Who are they? Just children. They seem to have burnt the penance. I'm with Tetia. There's nothing I hate more than adults who treat kids like things instead of people. It's a good thing I practiced this spell. I hadn't imagined I'd be using it to save my friends. Are you two okay? Yes, thank you. No, thank you. I'd have the strength to do anything if it meant being thanked by you, Coco. Oh yeah, I remember this interaction was actually cut out of the anime. I guess they might have done it for like pacing and tonal things, but I don't know, I feel like they could have kept it. What matters is not the circumstance, but the fact that the principles have been violated. The order we have in this world hangs ever precariously. We continue to enjoy peace solely because all witches carefully uphold the principles. If the balance were to falter, all would come crashing down at once. Therefore, no exceptions can be made. I was gonna say Aethes is very conservative, but the difference between someone like Aethes and a conservative in real life is Aethes has a reason to be strict and non-progressive, whereas conservatives in real life are just evil. They're just assholes. I love the side-eye from that one night. Like bad people in real life are written like one-dimensional villains. You know what I mean? I love the side-eye from that one night who elaborates to Aethes with children while Aethes is beefing with a quad of 12-year-olds. Very subtle side-eye. Maybe you mean like more in the anime. You can't really see his eyes in that shot. For someone who refuses to listen, you sure do like to talk. I'd appreciate it if you kept your hands off my apprentices, Aethes. I see. So these four belong to you. How fitting. Their impertinence well resembles that of their master. Better they become impertinent than like you. Dude, I love that line. Dude, when Kiefer throws shade, he throws shade. Particularly, if this is how the knights conduct their duties. We merely seek order. Observe the devastation below. Would you still claim the girl poses no threat? It takes powerful magic to alter the landscape itself. The floating mountains of the Dada Range. The Shadow Forest of Thristas. All such abominations are the result of spells of war, composed in the days of chaos preceding the Pact. Should such magic consume the land anew, it is only reasonable that the caster be brought to justice. Perhaps, but I'd say wiping a mind without first hearing what it has to say is rash at best. Besides, a spell's strength is dictated by the size and precision of its composition. I certainly don't recall bestowing upon my apprentices the skill or tools necessary to perform feats of this scale. You may not have, but what of the brimmed caps? I mean, Side-Eye and Tone, who are they? Boss, it's a bunch of kids. Oh yeah, gotcha. I do sense from some of the knights that they're not all bad. I really like the blonde one. I sense something in her that's maybe she's not entirely on board with what they do, but it's just what she was brought up to do. I feel like she's going to be a pretty open-minded person as we move along. She's also really pretty. Your mother. Hey, you fools! Argue this out if you'd like, but I hope you haven't forgotten our duty as witches. Bring the blessing of magic to the people? Ring any bells? Seems like those girls have a better handle on that than any of you. Are you injured? I'm alright, thank you. It's just sand. I'm sorry things turned out like this. Whoa. Coco saying, I'm sorry things turned out like this, to someone who kinda gives, like... Kinda reminds me of her mother. That's... I wonder if, without even realizing, Coco is, like, trying to get some form of closure by talking to this woman that looks like her mother. Maybe that's a stretch for me, but maybe it's like a subconscious, like, thing there. Why are you apologizing? You two saved Kustis from the river. You deserve our thanks, not blame. How about putting those pinners of yours to good use, instead of floating around up there? God, this is such a fucking... just perfect visual for how the witch society just where they feel they are in regards to their self-perception of themselves and outsiders. Like, literally, physically on a higher plane. Untouchable by the outsiders. Coco instantly goes to self-guilt. She tends to do that a lot. And I need her to stop. Or else I'm going to take away her brush buddy for a day. Will that heal his wounds? No. I've only stopped the bleeding. I'll see him to calm now. With swift attention from a doctor, his life should not be in danger. Why do you refuse to heal him here? I saw how you repaired those pennants. Charred tatters made whole again through magic. You can do the same for this boy, yes? Your magic must be capable of that. No, it is not. No, I don't believe you. Please remove your hand. Or would you prefer that I not carry him to Khan? Give me, please. The child is in your care. Not the brush, buddy. So, in my, some of y'all might have remembered, in my reaction to this episode, I felt like this is planting the seeds for the outsiders to start growing a distrust in the witches, where it's like, we know you guys can do more, why are you not doing more? And maybe there's going to be, a huge upset in society as a result of things like this. I also sensed that, Tarda, noticing that something was wrong with with Nolnoa after Kefri left. I felt like maybe like Tarda was also going to be an anti-witch person. I don't think that entirely anymore. I think Tarda is going to be one of the ones who's going to question the larger witch society, but I think he's going to, obviously we know how he feels about Coco. That was not understated. But yeah, I was thinking like maybe Tarda was gonna end up going like antagonist route, like opposed to Coco, but after episode 10, I was like, oh no, that's definitely not happening. Or maybe, oh god, what if it does happen and he like feels betrayed by Coco? That would be crazy. I don't think so. I don't think that would happen between them though. The connection that they formed, I don't think that's gonna happen. Other sections of the riverbank may yet crumble. Once rescues are complete, seal off the area for safety, witches only. And when the outsiders are all gone, questioning can also resume. What if? Yo, welcome back, Celine. What if? Alright, I'm hearing you out. Or are you just saying, like, expounding on what I said? This is the seal you drew by the river. Yes, master. An ordinary seal, straight out of the primer. It was like that when I saved Kustis, too. Only the part of the rock that touched the seal turned to sand. Not exactly the kind of spell that tears up an entire riverbank, is it? No, it's not. Show me your hands. Huh? What for? On occasion, the brimmed caps have been known to tattoo seals onto their skin. Forbidden arts to strengthen or alter their bodies, or to increase the force of their magic. God, I love Easthy's facial expressions in the manga. He's so like... He's so cunty. Ink-smeared, calloused fingers of a child just learning how to cast. Have you seen enough? I will be filing a report of this incident at the Great Hall. Expect a formal investigation. If evidence is found of the girl's involvement, rest assured that her age will not shield her from repercussion. I suggest you tread carefully. Care not to forget this lesson. How do I say yeesh in a Kefri voice? Coco. 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 Yeesh. My nerves are shot. Thank goodness you're all okay. It was a mistake for both adults to be away at the same time. I'm terribly sorry, girls. It wasn't your fault, Master. That said, Coco and Agot, you must understand that what you did was terribly dangerous. If anyone here had discovered the secret of magic, we would have been forced to erase the memories of every person we just managed to save. Every mind is different, containing an accumulation of matters unique to each person. Each mind is that person's knowledge, experience, the past, the very life itself. Your actions put those treasures at stake. I'm sorry, Master. We'll be more careful. Please do. I'm counting on you too. I'd rather not see anyone's memories gone unless absolutely necessary. He says this meanwhile, look at Nolnoa. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm even further from the test than before. Must admit, though... Oh. I must admit, though, you two managed to pull off quite the rescue. I'll put in an application for you to take the second test. Pass, and you'll be deemed ready to accompany us on work in the outside world. I saw that bird of light you drew to help save the boy. It was magnificent. So, can you promise not to cast in front of others until after you've passed? Yes, Master. Got it. Another happy you got. Add it to the mood board. No fair. Only a Gotnik gets to take it. Master, what about the rest of us? You three still haven't made it to the end of your basics of casting primer. Yeah. Whatever. I can't stand tests anyway. We know where that goes with Riche. Keyfree is the king of what I do, not... Wait, Keyfree is the king of do what I say, not as I do. Real. There's more than just one test? Keyfree, you sure that's a good idea? Thought you were worried about her god's haste. I still am, but it only disturbs me when it isolates her, when it drives her away from the rest of us. That doesn't seem to be the case right now, so I'm inclined to think I should trust her to do the right thing. Little lax, I'd say. One has to be, when students are hard on themselves. Master Keyfree, I'd like to hurry home to continue my exercises. Just a moment. We have one more thing we must take care of here. You really okay with this, Ys? That new apprentice of Keyfree's is the same girl everyone's talking about. If the rumors are true, then she's... I have no intention of letting this mortal lie. Do you have any proof to confirm the rumors? No. There's no way we'll recover anything from that petrified home. Then extracting her confession is our only choice. Observe. By the way, I don't know who this guy is, but he has so much swagger already. Like, look at him. The way he's got the pennant behind his back, and like... He's got like a little bit of an unkempt facial hair. His hair's a little wild. This guy plays loose with the rules, I feel like. The spell is causing the entire lower portion of the river to dry up. Just as a single loose stone may cause a whole bank to collapse, the entire river is diverted, and change is carried all the way downstream. When it's done, the beauty once found there will be forever lost to time. That girl is a loose stone. If there is even the slightest chance of her becoming dislodged, we must stop at nothing to remove her from our river. Whoa, wait. Look at the way this bridge swerves like a river. That's crazy. Right after him saying that, too. Utowin? Utowin. That's a cute name. Wow! It's a bridge made of sand! Do you notice the type of pin Arugio is using? I can see his seals directly into surfaces of rock and wood. Yeah, the seer needle wand. I think we read about that before. A wand with a needle-like tip that grows hot with magic. Able to etch casting seals into surfaces such as metal, stone, wood, and leather. And I think the caveat to these is that they rub off easier or something. Well, no, because if they're sealed in, then they don't rub off at all. It's just a temporary fix, but this seal will provide the final support. It looks like the river is flowing here again. The rending spell must be wearing off. Oh shit, here we go. Eastie's beefing with kids, but that face card though? Face card? I don't know what face card means. Coco, come here. You dropped these. Sorry, any excuse for me to say, Coco. Oh! You must be more careful. We can't leave conjuring ink lying around. Sorry, Master. Thank you for hiding it. Huh? That's odd. I was using this ink when we faced the dragon, and again today. But the bottle's still full, like I never touched it. You're thinking of the Kuro wand, which is like a charcoal pencil of hardened inked? Oh, okay. Gotcha, okay. By the way, I noticed a parallel. I think I noticed this in like the last episode. How Coco, not only did she lose her ink here, but you notice her hat falls off a lot, like more than anybody else. And to me, that might be foreshadowing how. So I made a comparison in my reaction videos. I made a comparison to Anakin from the Star Wars prequels, how he loses his lightsaber a lot, foreshadowing how not only how loose he plays with the Jedi Code, but how he falls from the Jedi ways entirely. Now, I'm not saying Coco's gonna fall to the dark side. However, there are signs that point in that direction and that terrify me. like Coco losing her hat might show like her, like a foreshadowing of her waning from the regular witch ways. Now, maybe that's not entirely foreshadowing she's gonna go full brimmed cap, but maybe I think there's a lot of hints that some characters are gonna have to end up finding their own way and not working with the larger witch society anymore, because it's shit. The sear wire wand is one of Ollie's inventions that makes permanent etching much more reliable than the Korra wand. Gotcha, okay. Ollie's the goat. I loved this shot in the anime. Iconic. Whoa! Wait, is this some kind of magic ink pot? Does it refill itself every time I use it? Magic is so amazing! Coco, could I have a look at that, please? What is it, Master? Is something wrong? Whoa, what a crazy shot. What a crazy shot. Whew. Magic is the falsehood that makes our world vibrant. So stained with poison are these hands that bear beautiful spells to fruit, and yet no lie can survive close scrutiny. How long, I wonder, can this ruse be maintained? Whoa. There's gotta be something deliberate about here, wait. There's gotta be something deliberate about this. Look how... Aesthees isn't giving, like, cunt here. He's giving, like, inquisitive, curious, but not, like, how we've been seeing him, where he's, like, a hard ass. Like, here he's giving, like, just, like, almost like a childlike curiosity. So, maybe we're seeing a little bit of, like, Aesthees deep down, beneath, like, the, you know, the rigid exterior. Probably a side of himself he doesn't even realize he has. Himself. Whoa. Beautiful drawing here. Very shoujo. Ollie essentially invented a soldering iron for ink. Nice. I think it shows how she is new to being a witch and unused to wearing the hat. That's a good interpretation, too. I like that. I'm just over-dramatic, so I'm just assuming the worst out of those themes. This ink, you got it from Mr. Nonoa and Colin, right? That's right. The bottle's real little, so it's easy to carry around. Is there something wrong with the ink, Mr. Keyfree? Master Keyfree, I should say. Arugia, please see the girls back to the atelier for me. Huh? Oh, I love this moment. Where are you planning to go off to? Well, in all the commotion the other day, I wasn't able to buy Coco a wand, and I'm still not going to today. And I'm still not going to when I go to Colin. Why? Because apparently Coco just can't seem to get a wand. Colin is just a stone's throw away. What better chance to take her? You better pick me up a bottle of silver nectar wine. 1 bottle of first flush and 1 bottle of age. Good. I'll be expecting them. And you'll pay me back, right? Or you little... Sorry to get you wrapped up in this, but something I need to look into. The Starry Sword. Magic Stationers in Colin. Huh? The door's gone. There used to be a door here, right? Drat. Looks as though they're closed today. Huh? When the store is closed, the whole thing disappears? Oh my god, my goat, Tarda. Look at this Chat, look at this amazing drawing of Tarda. He deserves the best. He deserves to look the best, and he is the best. Perhaps the skylight is still there. Well, that would be breaking and entering. Oh, Mr. Kifri. Hello. And you're the girl who... Tata. Oh, am I glad to see you. I need to see Mr. Nonoa. Sure, hold on one moment. I'll open up the shop. Did you notice during Tarda's big episode, that his discarded hat begins in a shadow and is slowly bathed in moonlight when his spell comes together? I didn't notice, how we never see Tarda wear the hat until after... Okay, we see him wearing it here. But in that episode, we don't see him wearing the hat until after Coco shows him how to use magic. Or how he figures it out for himself. That is a good detail, though. Please come in. It looks completely different from the other day. Different doorknob, different room, obviously. Grandpa is probably up on the 3rd floor. Oh, it's just a different room. From what the anime said, I thought they were like in a completely different like building. Which I was like, how does that make sense? So what's on the inside of the building? Like, that confused me, but that makes more sense. Hey, you should wait down here. I, didn't get your name. Coco. My name's Coco. Coco, huh? Well, you should see to that scratch on your ankles sooner rather than later. Didn't notice I'd hurt it myself. Oh. Follow me to the back. We've got some tranquil relief I can apply. You'll have to excuse the mess, though. Wow. So many components I've never seen before. These ones are so pretty. What are all these colorful powders? She doesn't know. Oh, the pain, she doesn't know. You can't see. Don't go messing them up. They're all in a specific order. The powders are all magic dyes. Stuff you can mix into the ink to achieve certain effects. Excuse me, Mr. Nonoa? Dude, Kifri is so cute here, the way his hands are like... Kifri! Shop's closed today, my lad. Yes, I'm aware, but... Not that I mind. I can guess what you're here for. Sorry, but if it's about that cobblestone, then there's still ain't a clue to be had. I've tried every spell I can fathom to isolate the dyes, but the darn stuff's stubborn. Melts away to nothing. And I've turned my storehouse inside out, looking for components that match. Ain't found a one. What about you? Found any clues? Actually, I happened across something I'd like you to take a look at. Hmm? This ink. It's like the cobblestone. Slight tinge of blue. Kifri, my lad. Where did you find this? Hang on a tick. Ain't this one of my ink pots? So I was right. Yo, what's up, scene? That day with the dragon, the brimmed caps must have cast a spell on the ink pot. What are you doing? Kifri, wait! You mustn't draw with it till we know what's inside. Kifri! Hey, what about that seafoam colored one? What's that one called? Oh, what's up, Sin? Did you have that talk? Who's speaking here? You did? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I know, yeah, I know how that, I know what y'all were gonna end up talking about. And, yeah. It sucks. We live in a world that's trying to divide us. It's not fair. Like, we're too, I'm not gonna, it's not my story to tell, so I won't get into it for you, but, yeah, we live in a world that makes it hard to connect with people, especially long distance. Yeah, like even close distance, because everybody's so overworked just to barely be able to get by to survive. It sucks. The big one, near the ceiling. Yeah, as soon as I end stream, if you wanna chat, let me know. I'll be live for like another hour. Not much longer. That's powder from an azure moon flower. When you mix it into the ink, spells last longer. I am really glad that like you didn't feel like you couldn't reach out to me just because I'm live though. I'm really glad that you reached out despite, you know, me being quote unquote busy. Never feel that way with me. Never feel like I'm too busy. What about the white sparkly one just opposite? Scales from the Blushing Bride. It's a kind of butterfly. It makes the ink transparent, so you can hide seals in plain sight. The hanging one is full of ground-up roaming scallop shells. Keeps ink from running wet. And ground-up scales from a golden blazeworm make the ink glow in the dark. They're all so wonderful. Welcome back, Samu. And you know so much. Can you name every dye in this entire room? Yeah, that's what we deal in. And it's kind of fun to peruse the catalog. Whoa. I wish I could live in a stationer's shop. It's so great. I love it. I'm so jealous. I get excited just seeing the whole wall covered in shells and jars. You're so lucky, Tarda. What are you talking about? Living at an atelier is way better. Got some weird ideas for a witch. Man, he's got such an attitude here in this drawing. Huh? I thought you were an apprentice too. Anyway, you done with that? I need it back now. Ooh! I like that red one up there. What's the name of that powder? Which one? That one, up on the shelf. Between the seafoam one and the color of dried leaves. Just count. Which shelf? How many from the left? The red one. The color really sticks out. Whoa! What was that light? It was so bright. It really startled me. Are you okay? Thank goodness none of the jars broke. You kidding? This is awful. They're everywhere. And the labels have all fallen off. We hadn't tied them back on since Grandpa rearranged the shelves. He told me not to mess any of it up. But look at it now. I'm sorry. We can put them back. I'll help you. Oh, the catalog only shows a picture of the original ingredient. But you know which powder is which, right, Tarda? You can tell which color comes from which ingredient. No, I can't, okay? But you were just explaining. I memorized them according to their order on the shelves. It's not like I could tell the actual colors apart. Look, I'm sorry I shouted. I'll explain what happened to Grandpa. He'll be able to sort these back out. You should just go home. But don't take this the wrong way. But there's nothing you can do to help. We've all got things we're capable of and things we're not. Me too. I could study my whole life, but I'd never be a witch because of my stupid silver wash. You see? I told you it was a bad idea. Kefri, my lad, you alright? Kefri, talk to me. Can't believe how strong that light was. The seal I drew was tiny. Must be a twin bottle spell. Disparate bottles, shared contents. I'd wager there's a fragment of glass inside. One with a tiny seal on it. And they intend to have Coco draw with that ink. Each time she dipped her pen, the liquid was replaced with some unknown mixture. But that also means this bottle is linked to them. Finally. I finally have the lead I've been waiting for. What in blazes? You're telling me it drew power like that from a tiny scrawled seal? Ink like that don't belong in this world. This goes beyond me. We need to get that to the Great Hall. No, we mustn't. I cannot allow this to fall into the hands of the Order or the Great Hall. We mustn't even speak of what we discovered. Not to anyone. Oh, Kefri, listen to yourself. Do you realize what you are saying? By all that's good, what do you intend to do with that ink? I'm sorry. Mr. Nonoa, I hope you can forgive me. Hey there, Coco. Sorry to keep you waiting. Turns out that little ink pot was very expensive. It was given to you on accident. I bought you this witch's hat to make up for, this witch's belt to make up for it. God, the juxtaposition is crazy. So hopping, I'm back right in time for Kiefer's weird pose. Sus as hell, but he's serving. What pose? Is it coming up? Witch's belt. A useful belt for hanging one's wand and ink pot. Also includes a clip to attach a palm choir on the dominant hand side. Coco. So I wanted to look more at the art here. I kind of skimmed through it because I wanted to keep going with the flow of the scene. Crazy scary shot here. Whoa, wait. The way this panel is positioned in between here and the that's crazy. That's really cool. Coco. Sorry to keep you waiting. No, the one where he's on the floor? Oh yeah, he is serving cunt right here. Sheesh. Yeah, I like the way that y'all all know what it is. Unfortunately, I have to go now. My internet's horrible. I have to wake up early tomorrow to catch the rest of the VOD, reaction of the VOD. Good night, or evening, or morning. Yeah, take care. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you in the future if you decide to pop in again. I'll take all the Witch Hat fans I can. Especially if they're as kind and engaging as you guys have been. Master, what's Silverwash? Silverwash syndrome. God, this panel is everything to me. Oh my god. Whew. Is an affliction of the eyes, Coco. It's a condition from birth that causes the world to appear bathed in silver. Witches tend to place great emphasis on visual acuity. I imagine ours must be a tough world for him to live in. Refusal to accommodate differences is not an admirable quality of witch society. Kiefer, can you please give me a hug? I love you. Sorry. Did my inside thoughts come out? God, the way Kiefer is like able to acknowledge that though is so beautiful. My dear Coco, do not let such melancholy cloud your face. All will be well, so long as you are a student of my atelier. I will do everything in my power to protect you, so you have nothing to worry about. Not a single thing. I'm sorry about the mess, Grandpa. I was startled by the flash of light and knocked the jars down. What was that light anyway? Some spell cast by Kiefer? Flash of light? Flash of light? What's this talk about a flash of light? Grandpa? Insane. Welcome, my dear. Come on in. That light was blinding. How could Grandpa not have seen it? Wonder if Kiefer could tell me why Grandpa doesn't remember. Or what if he's the reason Grandpa doesn't? I love this shot so much. I don't remember where I saw this. I think maybe I was doing another thing where I was comparing the manga to the anime when I was watching the episode. So I've seen this shot. So good. Desktop wallpaper material. Sorry, Master. Dude, this episode was crazy because it was just abuse after abuse for Kiefer. I mean, is it karma for him, lobotomizing Nonoa? Who can say? Seems like that grasping wind seal might have been a little too big for plucking wild apples. But I grew it big on purpose. The first one was so small, it barely made the leaves flutter. How about putting the signs of pulling at an angle? Think about it. Oh, this is a ATELIER. how about putting the signs of pulling at an angle? Think about it. When you pick an apple by hand, it's easier if you twist it at the stem. Ah, now that's a clever adjustment. A spell can be adapted to any sort of situation if you carefully arrange the signs to suit your particular goal. When something doesn't work, think about why it didn't. In fact, even when things do work, stop to consider why. The whole point of repetition is to iron out flaws. You've got to be proactive in your practice. Isn't that right, Master? Okay, that's the cutest I've seen Tedia yet. Right here. Peek. Dude, Tedia is way ahead of me in regards to that. That was something I didn't realize until, a few years ago. Just thinking deeply about everything, even if things are good. Questioning everything. You know what I mean? Keyfree was, Tedia's way ahead of me on that mindset. I only just now started doing that. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Why are all these 12-year-olds smarter than me? And yet, they're still written like realistic 12-year-olds. It's crazy. Couldn't have said it better. You're quite the able teacher, Master Tedia. Master Tedia! Did you hear that? I'm a teacher! Oh my, it's simply too much, but say it again, say it again! Dude, just a got coming in aura farming wearing all black. Do you really have time to be advising others? If you know how far you still have to go, you might want to prioritize your own studies. This is a very... Chat, would you say this is like a very iconic drawing of a guy in the fandom? Like this one in particular? I don't know, there's something about it that just feels iconic to me. Like that's one that stands out. I mean, like I know like people love all the art, but you know. Keyfree's a disaster magnet, he really is. Sure, practice. You can show us some examples. My aura farmer daughter. Agot's like, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Huh? What a nice, easygoing day. That was not meant to pull you two over here. I'm far too busy preparing for my test to play around. Ah! Are there a lot of other tests, Master? Besides the one I took at the Dada range? Besides the consent of the crown? Yeah, 5 of them. Five whole dumb, pointless tests. It's not like you need them to learn how to draw. The purpose of a test is to provide an opportunity to gauge and understand your own ability. Whether they're meaningful is up to you and the way you perceive them. Of course, it's hard to find enjoyment in a test that you're not taking on your own initiative. Apparently, the witches of old had the same problems. Magic exists to make people happy. If we cause apprentices to suffer, we've lost sight of that purpose. That's why the 3 wise ones decided to come up with a set of tests apprentices would want to take. A set of adventures in the outside world. See, Keyfree saying how, like, the 3 wise ones, wanted it to make it important for learning to be a witch to be fun and not boring. I feel like the witches of today, the pointed caps of today are kind of like losing sight of that. And I feel like there's gonna be like, there might be like a witch civil war. That'd be crazy. You know what I mean? I'm seeing the signs for it. And I think the witches, there's gonna be one side of witches that are super conservative and another side of witches that are like on the side of the outsiders. You know what I mean? I think the fan favorites that I got are actually when she's smiling genuinely. There's some really incredible pieces much later on. Aww. Can't wait. To come up with a set of tests apprentices would want to take. A set of adventures in the outside world. Secure consent and become an apprentice. Demonstrate your devotion to walk aside your teacher. The first test, the consent of the crown. Second test, the sincerity of the shield. The key shall come to one whose path is right. The third test, query of the qui vive. One stands unaided when hope is realized. The fourth test, the goodwill of her grace. The fifth test, the words of the wise. The teachings now come from thee. These are the 5 tests of the witch's pinnacle of proving. So I'm just having to stop for a second to just look at the art. I see. This is such a good panel. Oh my god, this is such a good panel. Wait, there's so much here. This is everything to me. I'm gonna burst of tears. I see. So, first you become an apprentice. As you progress through the levels... this might be Keyfree talking. As you progress through the levels, the range of which you are allowed to work, you are allowed to perform with your magic increases. And those who wish to have apprentices of their own continue to here. I've come this far, and those who don't wish to can... Right, I've like forgot how to read. And those who don't wish to do so can stop here, and I went up to here. Number 1, right to choose your teacher. Number 2, permission to cast spells in public. Number 3, approval to attempt the librarian's trial. Number 4, graduation from your teacher's side. Number 5, ability to take on apprentices of your own. Oh, okay. I didn't realize Ollie was at number 4 and Keyfree was number 5. Interesting. Well, hey, Ollie can be my master if you catch my drift. On completing the goodwill of her grace, you graduate from your teacher's atelier and are recognized as a witch in your own right. And on completion of the query of the Quivive. That is so satisfying to say. The query of the Quivive. I messed it up at the time. You become eligible to attempt the librarian's trial. The librarian's trial? Wait. I don't know why it's showing the same panel that I just saw. That one looked like it was somewhere out in the sea. Of course, the last test is just for those who wish to take on apprentices. And you've gone a long way before you need to start thinking about graduation. Are you kidding? I think about what I'm gonna do after graduation all the time. I'm gonna journey far away and use my magic to help all sorts of people. And I want to hear what words of thanks sounded like in every language around the world. Like this, one person thanking, and the other being thanked. Happiness for two from a single spell. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 needs with 1 deed. Happiness arrives made up in pigtails. So I just can't wait to grow up. A fancy witch hat like that would look so cute on me. I don't know why, but Teddy's face here, the way she's drawn here, reminds me of like the way the Peanuts are drawn, like Charlie Brown. I'm gonna design my outfit with a special cap that has 2 points. I never realized there was so much meaning behind your hairstyle. Well, she is right that you can design your own cap when you become a full-fledged witch, but I think our caps are pretty cute as they are. Ollie keeps saying I'm not your master to their kids. He didn't take the 5th test. Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah. I thought maybe he was just saying that because he didn't... It was just a thing that Watchful Eyes don't do. But it makes sense. I despise tests. They're stupid, and I don't want to deal with them. I love how the way she walks away. I think I looked at some of these panels when I reacted to the episode, but I remember seeing this, the way she walks away. I hate being told by someone else to draw some spell I don't want to draw. But if you only ever draw spells you like, you'll never learn to cast anything new. Wow, the setup for the serpent test. With Agat and Riche's interactions in that setting. So what? I don't care. Being a proper grown-up means having to do stuff you don't want to. You don't want to do. Then I'd rather just stay the way I am. Going inside. Oh, Riche. I couldn't stand it if I had to stay the way I am now. Living with all the things I'm still unable to do. I'm gonna take all of the tests as soon as I can. Someday, I'm gonna be your librarian at the Tower of Tomes. What a shot, dude. God. What a panel. Did not need to go that hard, but it did anyway. In fact, I'd be happy if I could grow up right now. Agat comes from a long line of witches. Her family traces all the way back to one of the apprentices who carried on the knowledge of the three wise ones. The head of the family always serves as a librarian. See, before this moment, I'd speculated that maybe the Arklom family was like a family that belonged to the knights. But yeah, I think the three wise ones are divided among like... There was the lineage that the knights come from, and then there's the lineage the librarians come from, and then there's another one that I might have heard of before, but I can't remember off the top of my head. The reason I made the knights parallels was because in the flashback shot when we saw Little Agat in the river episode, she was wearing red, so I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh, is that a reference to the knights? But I don't think so. Let me see. It's called the Hearts of Arklom. Guess that means we've both got our sights set on the Tower of Tomes. But what about you, Coco? What kind of witch do you want to become? Well, I started from a different place than you three. The things I have to accomplish have already been decided for me. If I start thinking about all the things I have to get done, the list will never end. So for now, I guess I'll just focus on learning to use more and more spells. Let's do this! Alright, I'm ready to give that grasping wind another shot. Yeah! You can do it. Roll so that you may remember. Remember, so that you may use. The power you imbue yourself thus will prove an ally that never betrays. Oh boy, the nightmare. Huh? Where'd everybody go? When did it get so dark? Is it night out already? Coco! Yoo-hoo, Coco! Oh, Coco. Mommy! Oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. It was all my fault. I never meant to hurt you. I just got so wrapped up in magic. See? I told you. Magic's not meant for normal people. Mom? Ignorant outsider. Didn't mean to, huh? Just like you didn't mean to put us all in danger. Didn't mean to turn your mother into stone. All those things are your fault, Coco. We'll have nothing to do with the brimmed cops here. We've all got things we're capable of and things we're not. There can be no exceptions. That's why it's kept secret, to prevent things like this. God, what a crazy panel. This could be the cover for a book. Help! This is what you get for chasing after magic. All the tragedies that occur, they're on your shoulders. And when the world falls apart, that burden will be yours as well. Clutching her brush buddy. Whew. Oh, Agat, you're still awake. I needed the extra time to study. Now, every witch needs her rest. Yes, Master. I was just off to bed. I see you're still awake too. Yeah, couldn't sleep. Was that so? Ah, so that I may remember. Remember so that I may use. Much more will I need to learn, or I'm able to save my mother. Sorry, I don't know what it is about seeing her like this. Actually, seeing this side by side, like both of them in such. I like almost teared up seeing Coco like the way she's clutching her hair, like stressed out. I hate that. That like, I got like an emotional response out of that. It's just such a stressed out look. It's and then right next to that, seeing Kiefer like looking up at the sky, like I think he's thinking about the past, whatever happened to him, and it's a rough couple of panels. Shirahama parallels Kiefer and Coco a lot. There's also this panel in the middle, which perhaps, which, you know, it's just an establishing shot of where Kiefer currently is, but I think it's also meant to resemble a hat. Just gonna sleep because work, but see you whenever. Good night. Hey, good night, Deadbolt. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you again for the resub. Huge. Which hat? Indeed, small fry. Indeed. Welcome in. Oh, how I have waited. Longing for this day to come. He is so pretty here. You ever play Peak? Yes. I like Peak. I like Peak a lot. Oh, they're so cute here. See, this is what I like about reading a manga as opposed to watching an anime. You get like these unique pieces of art in the manga. I love all the patterns in the pillows. Alas, to resist the wise one's edict that magic should not be cast upon the body, or the righteous witches of healing craft, who only wish to use their spells to cure. The magic of the twinned bottles was devised by those healers as a way to share their potions. Potion seller? A marvel of witchcraft that vanished along with their memories. A small medallion inside each bottle kept the vessel's contents evenly split, no matter the distance between them. Thus, the witches ensured that none would be without an essential tonic at a time of need. You made Bing Bong? You made Bing Bong? Like you drew him or something? It is an ancient contraption of medicine, feat of precision, a magic not seen since the day of the pact. But irony, that only the brimmed cap should be able to produce it today. Oh, how I admire your beauty, but I'm afraid I must take your part, for it is the only means I have to find them. The ink I shall leave for now. Its unknown powers pose too great a risk. It is the etched medallion hiding inside that I must secure. But will I be able to remove it without discovery? Without discovery by the owner of its twin? The seal inside belongs to them. Placed inside a guidance orb, will point the way to every detail it represents. The source of its materials, the place it was fashioned, even its owner. A tiny clue to lead me to the next greater hint of where they hide themselves. Bolts of lightning. They've noticed already. Oh no. Walter. I was unprepared. Such a fool. As long as I'm underwater, magic is useless. Oof. This shot is not any more or less impactful in the manga. The size of a palm in 3D. Oh, sick. Sick. The eyeball. You're the one. Shh. Wait. I'm not done with. Curse it all. I will not give up. I swear, I'll get back what you've taken from me. After all that trouble to see it into the hands of the child. What a waste. Did you see the tweet one of the Witch Hat animators made about this scene? No. I would love to see that. Oh, your yawns are were in perfect sync. Speaking of which, you've been yawning all day. Did you two stay up all night? No. Why would we do that? Wait, I've got it. Every night, you two transform into mystical knights and swish swish, fight off bad guys attacking the Atelier. Transformations are forbidden, remember? Ah, but that's how it always goes in the plays about witches of old. At any rate, if you're so tired you can't stop yawning, it means you need to get more sleep. These past few days, you've been up all night in study. It's just that my pen feels so inspired late at night. What? No, Coco, that's no good. I get that sometimes you just want to study, but there are limits. Good magic comes from a rested mind, and a well-fed one. Master Ollie says so too. You hear me? I'm serious about this. Skip on sleep as a kid, and you're in for a world of problems as an adult. See? I love that basically confirms that Ollie was like... It was so amazing. I'll see if I can find it. I love that Ollie's bad sleeping habits have been a thing since he was little. Like he's always been like that committed to his work. I'll make you some herb tea. That'll help you sleep. You want some too, Master? Master? Sorry, what was that? See? A world of problems. Here's an example of how you don't want to be. Oh boy. Teddy is so real. They said while they were working on that scene in the anime, they were thinking about how their first interaction with the WHE community was seeing a thirsty post about wet Keyfree. And they were trying to do right by that person. Okay. Well, even the animation staff, especially the animation staff. Did y'all notice that in the last episode, Bug Films knew the assignment? Did y'all notice in that last episode when Keyfree told Coco that Agat must like her new sylph shoes, and when Coco blushed, the steam was in the shape of a heart? Again, they understood the assignment. I've already been over my whole thing with like when it comes to like shipping those two characters. Yeah, I think most of y'all already heard that take anyway, but it's something that I personally don't... I'm not opposed to the concept, I just am not the kind of person that's gonna get like... define my personality around it, because when it comes to shipping children, that's kind of weird. I also don't want to make this an umbrella critique, like, as if all people that ship them are like, disgusting people. I know that's not the case. In fact, I feel like it's probably an extremely small amount, if anyone, that are disgusting about it. It's just something you gotta walk on thin ice with. Shipping children isn't fine, yeah. Forgot I had that emote. Forgive me. My mind started to wander after we finished our meal. I'll put the tea on. Ouch! Whoosh. Master, are you really alright? Yes, I'm fine. The numbness from yesterday still hasn't subsided. I'm afraid I've wasted our last bit of herb tea, though. The mess can wait until I get back. I'll go outside and pick us a few more leaves. You all stay here and work on your Primus. Master sure is acting strange today. Behold, the terror of sleep deprivation. Oh, hey, Agat? Have you got a moment? I will say, just from their perspective. I mean, how could you not fall in love with this? You know what I mean? God's like, damn, this bitch will not leave me alone. And I kinda don't mind. Here, I wanted to give these back. My sylph shoes. Sorry it took so long to return them. I told myself I had to draw the seals properly before I could give them back. Is that what you were working on last night? Yeah. But I'm still not as good as you guys. If they're hard to fly with, I won't mind if you redraw the seals. Why do you put text over the manga? For copyright? Because if I showed you every single panel, that would be like piracy and I would get in trouble. I can show stuff every once in a while, but I can't show everything, unfortunately. They are just the cutest little apples. What's your angle? What are you trying to accomplish? It's been bugging me. Ever since the day you took the consent of the crown. I pushed you into taking the test before you were ready. But you never told on me to Master Keyfree. Could have spoken to our watchful eye, too, if you'd wanted. Instead, you didn't say a word about it. And then went and fixed my shoes for me. Why? I can't even begin to understand what's going on in your head. You're right. That day when you pushed me out there, I felt scared and alone. I could have sat there, waiting for someone to come, but instead, I walked out to the base of those mountains, and decided to try. That was my choice. I wanted to prove that I could do it. It's my proof. This means I did it, right? And that I wasn't scared. Those feelings came from within. I had to show myself that I could beat my problems with my own magic and find some shred of hope. 'Cause if I couldn't... Whoa. I don't think this visual was in the anime with, like, Cookie getting overwhelmed by the ink. So, what, then? Are you saying that I'm the only one who's been bothered this whole time? Don't give me that. Coco! Also, the way Keyfree chewed this plant in the anime... Yeah. Just, yeah. Good. The feeling has returned. I hope the girls didn't notice. Those fur are sharp. They might have picked up on something. The secret gets out, it's all over. I absolutely must keep what happened under wraps. You won't say anything, right, Puff Puff? Looks like you don't care for that name. Free! Come on, I think it's rather cute, Puff Puff. Free, free! That bad, huh? Master! Goodness, Agot! You startled me! How fast were you going? It's the sign on my heels! They're too long, so the sealed's balance is all wrong. Oh. That's spaghetti talking. Fascinating. May I take a look? What an intriguing effect. There's no time. You have to get back. It's Coco. She's... What? Oh, we didn't get the scene where he says goodbye to Ollie and them. At least the anime gave us that. Did y'all see that thing that Shirahama drew, where it was like Coco and Keyfree on this like board thing, and they were like recreating that one sport? Was it Brazil, or was it something? I forgot what it was, but it was really cute. I love that Brush Buddy mimics the chewing along of Keyfree in the anime. Yeah. My Fudemushi tends to do that, copying people. Hang in there, Coco. The hospital in Colne's just a little further. Her fever is getting worse. She needs a doctor now. Huh? Going home already, Tarda? Sorry, guys. I've got to catch the ferry. Oh, that's right. You live out on the island. But, wait. Why the ferry? You're a witch. Why not just fly home? Seriously. Just, whatever. There are rules and stuff. Boring. See you tomorrow. See ya. People who don't have a clue sure like to talk as if they do. I'd be happy to fly home if I could. Whoa! Huh? Mr. Keyfree? Oh, Tata. What are you doing? Thank goodness. Tell me, is this the way to the hospital? Please, I only know the island. I'm rarely on this side of town. Yeah, the hospital's this way. Come on, I know a shortcut. Thank you, Tata. Please see that she gets well. We'll do everything that we can. Please wait here. We'll need some time. Please let her be okay. God, he's such a girl dad. You've been an enormous help today, Tata. We're fortunate you knew that shortcut. You've got sharp eyes. Perhaps you're accustomed to paying closer attention to things than the rest of us. Mr. Keyfree, there's something I need to ask you. All right. I think I'll do one more panel, or one more chapter, and then we'll spend the rest of the stream yapping for a bit, and then we'll end it. And then I'll be back on Friday for Fandom Friday. And you know what? I'm gonna say it now. This week's Fandom Friday is gonna be Witch Hat Atelier themed to celebrate all of the new Witch Hat viewers we have. It's gonna be Witch Hat Atelier themed. So, if you guys, if you just want to listen in, perfectly fine. If you just want to watch the stream, you can interact and chat. However, for Fandom Fridays, what we do is we do viewer call-ins. So if you're a Witch Hat Atelier fan, I welcome you to... I will be dragging in one person at a time. I'll give you like maybe 30 minutes at a time to discuss Witch Hat with me. And we'll discuss the series. I don't know, I might make it longer than 30. I think it depends on how many people show interest. It might be longer than 30 depending on how many people. But yeah, I'm trying to open the community up more, make more community engagement. So if you want to come on stream, participate in viewer call-ins, then yeah, we'll be doing that probably around 5 or 6 p.m. CST. We'll see. I'll probably just end up going live when I feel like it, to be honest. But I probably not going to go live any earlier than 5. I wish I could be there, but I hope you all have a great time on Friday. Yeah, it'll be fun. I need to know about something. Oh, Tata. What a delight to hear. Huh? Always feel free to ask me anything. I love to answer questions about magic from anyone, not just my apprentices. So, tell me, Tata, what would you like to learn? Dude, the weaponized cuteness from Keyfree is fucking diabolical. I know that look. Those are the eyes of youth, thirsting for knowledge. How am I supposed to tell him that it's not that type of question? He looks so excited. Excuse me, you brought the girl, right? Please come with me. It's a simple cold. Probably nothing brought on by fatigue and lack of... Probably brought on by fatigue and lack of sleep. It seems she's been having trouble sleeping for some time. With some warm meals and rest, she'll recover. All the same, I'd like to keep her here for the night. Thank you, Doctor. Honestly, I don't know what kind of training you witches put yourselves through, and I won't ask, but she's just a child. The adults in her life would do well to remember that. Took me a while to find this lady's voice. Well said, Doctor. Coco, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If this drawing of Keyfree isn't, if this isn't queer coded, I don't know what is. He's so cute. Keyfree's thoughts. I would be so damn cute. I don't have to mind wipe a child. Please work, please work, please work. Yeah, exactly. With any luck, this will ease her fever a bit. If she was having such a tough time, you'd think she'd slow down, not keep going until she collapsed. Unfortunately, our bodies and minds don't always behave the way we want them to. Not much time has passed since Coco's abrupt introduction to our world. On the surface, she might appear cheerful, but I suspect she's very troubled inside. Yep, she's masking. Whoops. Page broke. Abrupt introduction. Don't tell me. She's the outsider everyone's been talking about. Tata. Back outside. Said you had a question for me. I wonder if you wouldn't mind waiting until another day. I suppose this really isn't the best time. Yeah, sure. What else am I supposed to say that at? Well, I'm gonna get home then. Thank you. Take care. For a second, something about his eyes seemed cold. Or was it just my imagination? Whoa, hold on there, son. This boat's for witches only. You expect me to believe you belong on the island? Where's your pointy hat? I'm afraid I can't allow anyone on board without proof that they're a witch. My cap's right. Huh? It's gone. Listen, I came in on this exact boat this morning. Psh, nice story. Now guess how many other brats have tried to sneak onto the island like that. I love this guy, by the way. The way they animated him in the anime was so... They gave him so much character. Beats me why they're so selective over there. But if anyone unwanted shows up, I'm the one who takes the blame. So quit trying to pull one over on the new guy. Hey, you get back here. Like he's just like a 9 to 5, like just regular ass dude. I love this guy. Why's my model frozen? The fuck? Let me relaunch Venian. Can't go home without my cap. I've got to find it. Looks like her breathing is calmed. Oh wait, that's the guy. Hang on. Model's coming back. It looks like her breathing is calmed. I think she'll be fine if she continues to rest like this. Good to hear. I must say though, the air around here certainly does feel cooler than the rest of the hospital. It's refreshing. Magic is a marvel. Doctors are just as marvelous. Magic can't do much to heal beyond this. Even so, this is one tool to aid recovery. It would be nice if we were able to make use of it too. Yes, it certainly would. Doctors! Are there any doctors here? I'm so tempted to give this guy a Mario voice. Like, woohoo! Are you the only one on duty tonight? Hurry! I need you to come with me! What's the trouble? A fire! It broke out at the northern pub. We're trying to treat the injured, but that sorry bunch of drunks is too far gone to bring over. We need you to come to them. Oh my stars. You're a witch, aren't you? And you do water work. Hey now. What luck, too. Come help us put out the fire. That's what you witches do, right? Help people in need? Wait, I can't. I must stay here. It's okay, Master. Coco? I'll just be sleeping anyway. So, go. Help them. It's what witches do. Alright, Coco. I'll be back soon. You rest up and get well. Yeah, Kifi was right. She's masking. You know, she's hiding her pain beneath... You know, the bubbly exterior. Why did I have to act so brave? It's kind of scary to be here on my own. I need a hug just reading that. That's so heartbreaking. Bro, I would be perched up outside Coco's room with like a bazooka. Feels like I'm going to have that nightmare again. Okay, something... Ooh. I don't remember if the anime had something to a similar effect here. The manga, I think, maybe does a better job at implying, like, in the moment of Coco panicking and fearing that nightmare, Tarda is on his way, essentially, to save her from that, even though he doesn't mean to. Like... Tarda pulled Coco out of the nightmares of a lot of her insecurities by being her friend and being there for her in a very vulnerable state. And Coco pulled Tarda out of his nightmare of being disabled, of feeling helpless, like he can't, you know, do magic. It's beautiful. Beautiful parallel. Hello? Anyone here? I can't find my cap anywhere. This is about the only place I still haven't checked. Sure hope it is! My cap! It's here! Great. Now I can finally go home. Oh. Is she asleep? Sounds like she's having a nightmare. Maybe I should wake her up. Hey, Coco? You doing okay? You able to wake up? Mommy? Whoa. I don't remember her saying that in the anime. Maybe she did, but... Damn. Tarda? How could she mistake me for her mom? That wasn't in the anime. Damn, they cut that out. Okay. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's Coco instantly recognizing Tarda as a source of comfort. Wow. You were crying out in your sleep, so... What a surprise. Why'd you come back? Hey, don't push yourself. Looking worse than before. Hello? Isn't there anyone here? How could there not be any doctors around? And where's Mr. Keyfree? Master and the doctor fighting a fire in the north. So that's why those people were rushing off. Shoot. Who knows how long they'll be gone. Should I go fetch them? Well, first we should get something to combat that fever. Remember that tranquilizer stuff I told you about earlier? It's good for fevers, stops coughs too. They gotta keep some around here. Not a single label. I don't believe this. How could they not have labels? People's lives are at stake with this stuff. Guess this one looks like it might be a little darker. Is color enough for everyone else to tell all of these apart? The Time Traveler! What's up, Flops? Interrupting me in the middle of my favorite arc in the story. I see you. Interrupting me in the moment where I cried in the anime. I see you. I see you. Not this again. Why? Why does everyone else just assume we all see the world the same way? Silverwash, Well, that rules out any complex magic. No dies. Even as a stationer, he'll never really excel. It might not be an issue while he's young, but later on, thank goodness his carving at least shows promise. Damn, this page keeps crashing. I love interrupting cow? Who? We've all got things we're capable of and things we're not. Ugh, just focus on the things you can do. That's enough. Dang it all. A lot of dyes are made from ingredients that are also useful in medicine. I know exactly what they all do. If only I could tell them apart. It's an emergency, and I'm useless. And the whole world is bathed in silver. Can't even make out the possibilities in front of you. What's wrong, Tarta? I'm sorry. I can't do anything. And you're the one that has to suffer. That right there. That right there. I know that feeling exactly. This is why I fucking hate being disabled. Because it's like there's so much that I know I could be doing so much more for the world if I didn't have to worry about my own needs. Like, I see people suffering, I can barely take care of myself. It pisses me off so much. This is why I get Tarda. Well, at least I can get you some water. You can drink, right? You've got to stay hydrated. Here, use this vapor, but... Wait a sec. Grandpa uses one of these when he mixes the ink. Of course, I can separate the solids from the liquids. If I pull all the water out of the solutions, maybe I can figure out what was mixed in. Beautiful shot. Beautiful drawing. Tranquil leaf is prepared as a powder. You try that herb and grind it up. So first, I figure out which ones become powders when all the water's pulled out. Not this one. It shouldn't crystallize when the water's gone. And And not this one. It shouldn't glow when moonlight passes through. No, this one's still a liquid. There's just less of it. Tranquil leaf doesn't have much of an odor, so ones that smell bad are out. That leaves these. It's just down to these 3. But they all look exactly the same. Ah, I'm so close. Just a little farther. Just a little. No. I hate this accent I'm doing. It feels like I'm like dipping into it's like Spanish. No, this is as far as I can go. Sorry, Coco. Tried, but guess I just can't do it. I don't know why I even thought I could in the first place. I should have known by now that it's impossible for me. No, that's not true. God, the way she is putting so much into just trying to get up to help him. That's what magic is for. To turn things you can't do to things you can. Do you have a pen and some ink? Yeah, I do. I've got a pen. I'm in the middle of carving. Oh, that's such a sweet panel. That's such a sweet panel, man. And, like, here's also the reason, aside from shipping children being weird, the other reason I don't always jump to the conclusion of shipping characters. It's like, yeah, this gives heavy romantic vibes, however, I think it undervalues how intimate friendships can be as well. Because if we can't have a certain level of intimacy with our friends as well, then is it really like a real friendship? Like, why, if you can't shut up. Why do we need to cap friendship off at a certain level? Like, obviously, yeah, being in a romantic situation of someone is there's going to be things you're going to do with them that you're not going to do with in a platonic situation. But, like, why does a platonic situation... I am cackling on that. I bet you're proud of that one. Yeah, I pretty much said everything I was going to say there. Like, there's no reason this can't be platonic as well. Same thing with Coco and Agat. But we'll see. What kind of spell are you drawing? Is this going to help you get better? No. It's not for me. Or, not just for me, anyway. It's a spell to help you. To help both of us. Huh? To help me, too? Oh, I want to keep reading. But... we'll have to save it for next... This is everything to me. This is gonna be my new phone. No, I'm making this my new phone wallpaper right now. Because this is Coco and Tarda, 2 characters I have a deep connection with. What's my phone? I'm gonna make it my lock screen. My current lock screen is... Sonic looking up at the moon at the end of 06. It's such... This is everything to me. This is literally a visual representation of, like... everything I've said about them. Like, these 2 characters that are in these vulnerable, weak states, helping each other when people, especially witches, don't usually help Tarda. Okay, so this is chapter 17, okay. I'm gonna look this up on my phone and download it right now. I think there is an official colored version of that. I need that. Wait, I need this. I'm gonna run a risk by looking up Tarda and Coco on Pinterest. I need this image. Actually, wait, I'll just look it up on my phone because that's where I'm gonna download it anyway. Coco. Yeah. Oh, so we are done reading today, but we can yap for a little bit. So the plan, I think, it looks like Friday is going to be Fandom Friday. Saturday, I think we're going to be doing a Magma collab. Which if any of my friends are watching, you are more than welcome to join us for that. I think it'll be like 5 or 6 p.m. CST. Which has a pretty dedicated wiki. Nice. So I'll probably give myself a break day on Sunday. So I think after today, the soonest you'll see me reading any more Witch Hat, probably gonna be Monday. I'll probably read some Monday. Read some Monday. I'm gonna read the day Monday. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on Pinterest. Matter of fact, none of this shit is Witch Hat. I don't know what this stuff is. Yeah, you'll just have to post it in my Discord. Although I don't know how I'm gonna download it from there. I'll just upload it to my Drive. Google Drive. Google Drivey. Cool. Alright, yeah. W stream today, for sure. W stream. Here, let's keep this on screen while we yap. Because this is literally everything to me. It's just like, I wish I had more Cocos in my life. People who are genuinely willing to, like, just recognize my disability and try to help me with it, you know what I mean? I will say, my doctor's pretty good about that. W doctor, honestly. My doctor, like, even if he doesn't always agree with the things I say, he respects my perspective. We have nice, healthy discussions. That's the best sort of human being you can ask for. Is someone who isn't just going to support every single thing you do and is willing to question you. That's where you're going to get healthy interactions. That's where you're going to get growth. That's where you're going to get although, like, sometimes you might feel like you want to have an echo chamber of people who don't challenge your ideas. If you have the right people challenging your ideas, you're going to take solace in knowing that they're not going to let you stray off, like stray into a bad mindset, you know what I mean? Or make bad decisions. Coco. Yeah. I will be honest. Brain is... I haven't been feeling 100% today. You may have noticed it in some of my voice acting. I was kind of like tripping up a lot there. Brain is kind of fried. I don't know if I have any mental energy left to big brain talk anymore Witch Hat. So I think it's gonna do it for today. It's not like we had any shortage of things to talk about anyway. I will say, expect the next Witch Hat stream to be on Monday. I'm actually probably going to be putting out my stream schedule on... I'll probably go ahead and just put out my stream schedule on Sundays moving forward. Yeah. Thank you for the stream, of course. Yeah, if you find that drawing, definitely send it to me in the Discord. I would love to... I need to set that as, like, my phone wallpaper, like, yesterday. Especially if it's colored. Break the Monday schedule norm. I have noticed that a lot of people put their schedules out on Mondays. But I think if I start streaming on Mondays now, since I don't have reaction videos to record every Monday anymore, yeah. I'm still gonna be making reaction videos. They're just not gonna be like... It's not... Because I lost my Witch Hat Mondays. Floppies, by the way, for Fandom Friday, I changed my mind. It's not going to be Sonic themed. It's going to be Witch Hat Atelier themed. I need to remember to make an announcement in my Discord. So if you want to come in and talk some Witch Hat, that'll be the place to do it. I mean, this is always the place to talk Witch Hat, specifically for viewer call-ins. We're going to be talking Witch Hat. Of course, anime-only spoilers. We will be talking about the full 13-episode anime. Nothing past that because, well, you know, I haven't seen anything past that. But, yeah. I think I am going to find someone to raid. I know I'm going to find someone to raid. Ooh, Mandarimp or Robopo? Mandarimp or Robopo? Or maybe someone new. Maybe someone outside. Can you raid Joe? Joe Mama? Let's see. You did not think you were gonna get me with Joe Mama. What do you take me for? See, the other thing too is I don't typically like to raid people with tons of views. I would make an exception for Poe because Poe is a friend. I typically like to raid people who need like the view count boost. Let's see, I don't want to raid any Deltarune because that's spoilers. You might find someone with it in their title or tag. Oh, search Witch Hat. Or there's me. Wait. Come sew with me. Wait, what's this? This person is sewing Keyfree? Are they making... Oh, I think this is, I think they're sewing something for, that Dungeon Meshi character. Oh, come on! I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait. It's always the worst timing with people's BRBs. Looks like it wasn't made in color. Imp! Oh, good. Imp, I was just considering raiding you. Imp, you're raiding into me as I'm about to raid out. Bruh. Same time, both Keyfree and Marcel. Yeah. Well, I hope your stream went well, Imp. Yeah, I just finished reading some Witch at Atelier. I was just saying, if there's any fans of, well, if there's any fans, if you guys like media analysis, if you wanted to see me break down some of your favorite stories, you've come to the right place. Follow me. Set me free. This Friday, we will be doing something I call Fandom Friday. We will be doing viewer call-ins. It'll be a Witch Hat Atelier themed Fandom Friday. So any and all fans of Witch Hat Atelier will be welcome to come in, as long as they don't spoil the manga for me, because I've only seen the anime. Should be fun. One! We built a model kit. Shit. Yeah, you were in heaven. So yeah. And I think we're also going to be doing a magma canvas stream on Saturday with the friendos. So it will be, we've got some good stuff coming up. But I'm going to go ahead and raid literally Misha. I'm sorry you're raiding into someone who's already raiding out, but let's pass on the love. I mean, a lot of you guys already know me anyway, so. At least I hope so. Look at that. Hey, and you're just making my raid even bigger. More numbers for Giga Raid, yeah. Oh, you know how we can make this raid bigger, by the way? Go to the URL and delete the part that says refer raid. It should push this number up, so we can give them a bigger raid. Make it look like I have more viewers than I do. Hey, 7? Not bad though. Not bad. Because when you have the referral raid thing in the URL, it like doesn't count you as a viewer for some reason. Speaking of raiding, by the way. Copy that first message if you're subbed. Copy the second message if you're not subbed. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday with another stream, Fandom Friday. It will be littered with Witch Hat Atelier spoilers, so. Not yet, floppies! It doesn't seem to be working. Because it says up here we have 13, but it still only says 7 here. The way Twitch counts views is weird. Alright, well, you guys get the gist. Let's Let's go. We're rating someone who's like sewing anime cosplay stuff. It's gonna be great. Alright, see you there. Hopefully see you on Friday or Saturday. If you're worried about Witch Hat spoilers, like I said, we're doing a Saturday stream, so bye! Alright, bye YouTube.